That's nice. I'm gonna cross it back over to this one right here.
Yeah. Go ahead. I play a little bit of guitar. Not that good.
This is my.
Not that good. Not like that.
Which one is it on currently right now? Is that
I play a little bit. I play around.
Yo.
Put it that way.
Mic check, mic check, mic check.
I used to be able to play. I hadn't. When you do, you might want to drop in there.
This episode of Noonish is brought to you by Cisco, CDW, the Hyatt Regency Grand Reserve Puerto Rico, Miracle Entertainment, Bacardi, Steve Mignano Band, Events Modern, and the In Group International. And we're right here.
Okay.
Really?
That's the main channel.
Hello, everybody. Man, thank you all for joining us today for this Super Bowl special edition of the Noonish Sports and Tech Show. Man, super excited. Couldn't be more excited.
The sunshine.
Out here in beautiful Puerto Rico. What is going on right now? What?
Amazing,
yeah,
man.
bro. Couldn't ask for a better day, a better environment, more beautiful people, having fun out here, enjoying the pool. The whole scene is crazy.
Absolutely.
Anyway, let me cut to the chase. All right. I am your host, J.A., a.k.a. Jonathan Anderson. Man, excited to be here today, here with my excellent co-hosts, starting with the incredible El Grande Toro, Jonas Bull, in the house. Don't be short on the bullhorns, dog. Like it is what it is, you know.
Short-handed.
Hey, man, it's a blessing to have a name like Jonas Bull, bro. It ain't too many bulls running around here on 2 feet. On 2 feet.
You got to grow into it, but yeah.
Yeah, bro.
It's good.
Yeah, bro. And of course, you know who it is. It is half man, half amazing, always on time. Mr. 1-2 Bayou, Mr. Hands. How you doing?
Good, bro.
Mr.
I'm
Mark
awesome.
Clayton in the
This is
building,
amazing.
man.
This is amazing, man.
Yeah, you feeling good about it, man?
I'm feeling great.
Yeah,
Great.
bro.
We got the beach at our back.
Yeah.
This beautiful pool in front of us. These beautiful ladies and gentlemen in front of us.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. It's time to have a good time.
I saw a coconut fall on the ground yesterday, dog.
Coconut?
A coconut, man.
Did you know that more people get killed by coconuts every year than sharks?
Thank you.
I did not know
That's
that more
amazing.
people get
So
killed by
just,
coconuts.
be aware.
Really?
Uh-huh.
All right. Hey, heads up.
Yeah,
Heads up.
Heads up for the
Hey, out here it's more like 4, you know? So if you guys do not know, we're at the beautiful Hyatt Grand Reserve in Puerto Rico. Amazing golf courses. Just an amazing, I see mountains over here. I see the ocean behind me. Like, it doesn't get any better than this, man.
Not at all.
And I just want to thank you all for joining us today for this show. We're going to have a good time.
Super Bowl Sunday.
We're going to have a great time. And if you haven't heard of us, when you get back to your room and get your cell phone in front of you, go to YouTube, put in youtube.com/@Noonish, and you will find us there. We have a great time. We talk about sports and technology. We try to keep you up on the latest tech all the time, and you know, we have the greatest opinions in sports there are out here. You know, we've been pretty spot on. If you're
Very
a betting man
unorthodox.
or
It's
a
an
betting woman,
unorthodox view.
you might want to listen to
Very-
us because we will make you a lot of money. All right, because it's 9 times out of 10 we have been correct. Okay.
We make somebody a lot of money.
Yeah, man. You know, and I got my Dallas Cowboys on today, you know, because we do have the Dallas Texans in the Super Bowl
yeah,
playing
Cowboys.
today.
Yeah.
Cowboys fans, let's go.
Cowboy fans
Where
everywhere.
my Cowboys fans at, first of all? Where my Cowboys fans, man?
There's one
Yeah,
weird.
Go Chiefs.
There
Hey,
we go.
Dallas, Texas, baby. That's what I'm talking about.
Dallas,
Hey,
Texas.
we ain't been to the Super Bowl in 27 years, so I got to take what I can get. You know,
Yeah.
got to take what I can get. Pat Mahomes, baby, all day.
Hey, look,
Yeah.
the Chiefs are in charge, but the Eagles have landed.
Hey, man, the
here we
Eagles
go.
have landed. Hey, and you know,
Relax.
you know, that's blasphemy for me to, in the Cowboys jersey, to say anything positive about the Eagles.
That's true.
All right, but fact of the matter is, we do have 2 Texan quarterbacks
At the
in this
helm.
Super Bowl right now.
Absolutely.
You know,
It's a beautiful thing.
it's going to be a very exciting game, man. I don't know. You talk about the odds. I don't know if there are any odds in this game. It should-
Anything can happen. We got 2 of the most prolific young quarterbacks in the game, and really the future of the league.
Yeah.
At this game, and it's the youngest quarterback matchup that there's ever been. So I'm excited.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Matched up in scores over the season.
Uh-huh.
Matched up in wins and losses.
Yep.
Matched up in yardage. I mean,
Yeah.
anything could happen.
Yeah, it's going to be a
it's
great
even.
one. But we will get to the Super Bowl here eventually. Right now, we have to focus on our market, right? I'm sorry, guys. If y'all not familiar with Dallas, you're going to learn a lot about Dallas today. Okay? So, and we're going to start with the NBA. This is a Super Bowl special, but we're going to roll through this thing real quick. So,
Limited sports news.
it was a pretty wild week in
was.
the NBA, man. A ton of
Before the
trades.
Deadline. Oh yeah. it went
Yeah,
down.
man. And I can't believe, first of all, okay, I'm going to talk about the Dallas Mavericks. Any Dallas Maverick fans out there?
Let's go.
Let's
Kyrie,
go, Kyrie, Luka Doncic.
Magic.
You know, man. So we've been looking for a number 2, and I think it's like 1A, 1AB. Like I don't even know. It's like 1A,
It
1A.
is 1A, 1A.
You
It
know,
really is.
1A, 1A.1. You know, like
If
they're
that 0.5, maybe 0.25. I don't know.
yeah, man.
it's-
The NBA is like the most fun sport to watch because the players have so much control of their destiny, unlike any other sport.
Indeed.
Right?
It's packed with a lot of action.
Yeah, I mean,
Down.
basically,
You can watch it.
it's a bunch of divas. We got any NBA guys out here. I don't want to make you mad, but it's a bunch of divas in the NBA.
Indeed.
All right.
Everybody knows that.
Constantly complaining about them $100 million contracts.
It wasn't
You
enough.
know, want to sit
I
out.
wanted 100 million and one.
Yeah, exactly. But hey, I can't. If they
Get
gonna
it.
pay him, go
Get
ahead
it.
and get that money, man.
Absolutely.
But no, so Kyrie Irving has now joined the Dallas Mavericks, man. And prior to this, anytime that Luka Doncic was not on the floor, the Mavericks probably weren't gonna win. Okay.
Yeah, I want to say this year they hadn't won a game with Luka not on the floor
Until this week.
this week.
And we won 2 games with Kyrie Irving at the helm, right? It's pretty amazing, man. So Kyrie Irving is known for, we call him Uncle Drew, right?
That's what we know him as.
If you don't know who Uncle Drew is, go to YouTube, check out Uncle Drew. He dresses up in an old man outfit, gray hair.
Goes out to the
He
park.
shows out to Rucker Park and just dominates young men, right? And then they figure out, oh, that's Kyrie Irving,
It's a
okay?
fun video to watch.
It's
It
a
is.
great thing, man. It's a great thing. But Kyrie has come in and he's already changed the dynamic of the team, and it's just it's fun to watch. So we'll see what happens.
Yep.
And I would like to say that was the.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, go ahead and go
Stroll
by,
through
man.
with that
You're
medalla.
You're good.
Yay.
Hey, next time you stroll through, bring me
Bring
one, you know? Please. No. I'm good right now. But I will eventually want to wet my whistle one time, you know? So, Yeah, so, Kyrie was traded for, Dorian Finney-Smith, who was he was a homegrown player, not very well known around the league when he first got here, but
developed
that
in Dallas.
blue-collar guy. We got any blue-collar people out here,
Yeah.
It's okay to be blue-collar, We got some white-collar people out here. It's all right to be white-collar, too. I'm good with the white-collars, too, but Dorian didn't take the white-collar path, right? So I don't even know if he was drafted. I have no idea. I should have done my research before I said this.
I mean, he developed here. And what Dorian brought, crazy athleticism to both ends of the floor.
Yeah.
Which was awesome. Yeah. And when he went, I saw he was a part of the trial. I was like,
it sucked, man.
Tough one. That's a tough one.
Because he's like a fan's guy. Yeah, bro.
He is. And I'm a defensive guy.
Yeah.
I'm like, Dallas, we ain't been back in a while since Dirk in the game.
Yep.
But it was like, man, there's not much defense in the NBA today. But
Period.
of what there is, it was like, man, Dorian
He's
was
the
one
guy.
of the more elite defenders. So it was.
He's long.
I saw him go. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
But it was Uncle Drew, so we had to do what we had to do.
Yeah, and he's one of those guys, he came in as a defender, right?
Yep.
And he turned out to be a three-point specialist,
He did.
from the corner.
A 3-and-D
You could
guy.
count on that guy,
Yeah.
So, and that's from that work. That's
No
not,
doubt.
I don't know if y'all have shot a basketball from 30 feet.
Or
But
tipped it or kicked it.
I'm just thinking the chances are you probably didn't make it the first time you shot it, or maybe the 20th time. If you're anything like me, unless I'm playing Mark, then I'm Steph Curry with the shot, baby. But
not even on Papa shot, bro. It's not.
I'm just kidding, man. I'm just kidding. So, but yeah, man. So that was an amazing trade. And speaking of trades, I got to go down the line, man. There was
No doubt.
I would like to say that the Kyrie trade was the most amazing trade in the NBA this week.
Wait. Okay, yeah. Let's talk about the other trades. And at the end of it, which one was the best? We got to figure out which one was the best.
Yeah, so I'll save the best for last. So
Okay.
there was a lot of movement going on, right? So, of course, Kyrie. And then Russell Westbrook is now in Utah from L.A., right? So there was a lot of things that had to happen for that. So Mo Bamba went from Orlando to L.A., right? He's a very young, talented ball player.
Right.
Very, 7 foot, 7'1".
Probably one.
Can shoot the three,
With a
shoot the
7'8"
J.
wingspan.
Shoot it. He
He's
can
one of
shoot the
these
J, bro.
new crazy, freaky talents that are coming into the league now.
7 foot
7
guardish.
and up and guard.
Yeah,
That's
that
it.
doesn't make sense.
It don't, but
It doesn't, but the league is a little soft.
Incredible.
There's nobody playing down low in the paint anymore.
No, ain't no more bullies.
Even Big Jokic is
no more
out at the
bullies.
3-point at the top of the key, assisting, right?
He
But
is.
those are two big picks. Then D'Angelo Russell went back to LA from Minnesota. That was a big pick, right? I saw
It was.
LA. The Lakers beat the Golden State Warriors last night for the first time in seems like
How long?
the 80s. Right? It seems that way.
Right.
I don't know if that's the truth, but it seems that
yeah.
way.
That also lets you know how late we were.
It's been
out
a while.
Yeah, but they got a win last night. Very talented group. Got a win against the
With
Golden State
LeBron-less
Warriors.
Lakers.
And you could obviously see that, LeBron was on the bench. LeBron didn't even have to play.
Didn't have to play.
And we'll get to LeBron in a second.
Indeed.
Right?
But
But very impressive trade there. But the one that I think has overcome and overtaken the Kyrie Irving trade.
Okay.
This guy always seems to end up on a team that is very
Prime
good,
for the ring.
He's got rings already, but are they really his? He showed up to a team that was already dominating the league before he got there the first time around.
Right.
And now he's showing back up to another team that has been to the finals, the past 2 out of 3 years, something like that?
Yep.
So we're talking about Kevin Durant going to the Phoenix Suns. Oh, that hurt. That hurt a lot, right? But at the end of the day, I'm pretty excited about it because we got Kyrie. They said if they would have known that KD was going to the Suns, Kyrie would have been in LA.
Interesting.
Very
That's
interesting.
where LeBron was a little disappointed.
Hey, man, I'm glad we got Mark Cuban in the front office, dog. Willing and Dylan up there.
He's the player's favorite.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is, man. He's a great dude. But yeah, man, it's gonna be. I don't know if you guys are into the NBA. It's kind of
But you'll
strange,
go
but
down
not
the- yeah.
every city in America watches basketball, right?
Well, we're in the home of J.J. Barea,
Yep.
who was a great and built an amazing career in the NBA and got a ring with the Dallas Mavericks.
Yep.
Home team.
JJ,
Shout out to JJ.
Puerto Rico,
Big
baby,
up.
Puerto Rico's
That's right.
finest, JJ Barea.
That's right. There's a
Yeah.
lot of ball here in Puerto Rico.
Hey, and JJ was good, man. I'm taller than
Absolutely,
JJ, and I
you
ain't
are.
that tall. I don't know if y'all
JJ
have
was
vision.
a problem.
Yeah, JJ
Yeah.
was a problem child on that court, man. So
Absolutely.
very cool, man. Very cool. So we'll see what happens in this NBA this year, man. So
Yeah,
moving on to what everybody really wants to talk about, We got any bettors out there? Any big chippers out there putting money, on the Kansas City Chiefs or the Philadelphia Eagles? Anybody out there? Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Hey, I like to
watching.
keep mine too. I
They're
don't
watching.
bet. I'm not a betting man.
We're just watching.
Yeah, I
We're
just like to give
watching.
advice on people that do bet.
No doubt.
For people that bet, right? So, first of all, let's talk about the fact, and I already mentioned it once, we have 2 young quarterbacks from the state of Texas playing in the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? And there's been a lot of people talking about this is the first time that there's 2 African-American quarterbacks, and they're both from the state of Texas playing. And you know what? You know what's very special about that?
What's special about that one?
Today, we have a guest coming on later on in the show that is the man, the original.
Texas.
The last time.
Great.
Go ahead and throw that hook 'em up one time for me, Mark. Oh, he did it. He did
my
it.
guy.
Oh, my
For my
God.
guy.
This is a Boomer Sooner throwing up the horns. Oh,
For my
almost,
guy.
I almost passed out,
It's
bro. Oh,
Hold
my
up.
gosh. And it's not even the alcohol.
It's not even alcohol.
It's not even alcohol,
It's
man.
love. You know it's love, man.
Incredible. So, Vince Young will be joining us later on the show. He is like the original black Texas quarterback to make it to the league and be Rookie of the Year. Special quarterback. But we'll get to Vince a little bit later.
Yep.
Right? But
Soon.
what are your thoughts and opinions on these 2 quarterbacks we're watching today? Pat Mahomes with the Kansas City Chiefs and Jalen Hurts from the Philadelphia Eagles.
The first thing I think is about the state of the NFL and what the future looks like.
Yeah.
And it's in great hands. It's in great hands. The game has changed. Offenses have changed. And the guys that are in there now that are dominating are doing things that are, really we've never seen before.
Yeah.
At a stage like this. And I look at Jalen. I love what Jalen has developed into. I was like, Jalen went to OU, my alma mater. He was a Sooner.
Yeah.
Boomer Sooner, all day. Jalen goes in the league, and I was like, he gonna be all right.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's gonna be able to develop as a passer though.
Man.
Right.
He struggled. I watched Jalen right in front of me miss read after read and throw late throw after late throw.
Yeah.
And I knew that ain't gonna work in the league.
Yep.
In the league. Jalen gets to the league. He ends up with the right team, with the right coach, the right QB coach, and the right staff, with his work ethic and how serious he takes his game.
Yeah.
And it was like a perfect concoction
Yeah.
for what we're seeing today.
I love perfect concoctions.
No doubt about it. Cheers to that.
Cheers to that.
The PEDs.
Everybody, please raise your drink. Please join us for this PED Toast performance-enhancing drinks.
I
Cheers.
noticed the Texas contingent is all at the bar.
Indeed.
Yeah, man. Oh, yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah,
to see that and then us be here today and knowing the future of what the NFL is going to be and knowing that those guys are right now up at the top is a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for what
Yeah.
we're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So let's cut to the chase, all right? We have the top 2 teams in the league this year. Top offense, top defense playing today, right?
Yep.
Tell me, Jonas, first and foremost, who you got in this game today? Who's winning the big game, Super Bowl? What is this? 52 or something? 57? What is it? It's a lot of them. 57?
B11.
Yeah, my Roman numerals, the L.
Roman numerals in high school.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I think as everybody has said already that it could go either way, but I got the Eagles. I think Eagles are going to take it.
Schmeagles.
The
Eagles
Schmeagle.
Schmeagles. Yeah, man. Hey, I can't knock you on that pick, bro. Like, it's a very strong team. And if I'm Pat Mahomes, I got to watch out for these dudes trying to take my arm off.
It's
Like,
that defense. Yeah.
they're ripping arms off.
They are ripping arms out. They led the league in sacks. They didn't break the record in sacks, but they led the league in
Led the
sacks.
league.
But they led by about 15 sacks.
Yeah.
And they got 6 guys that get after the passer.
That
and
can
it's
go.
Insane.
Yes.
It's not a. It's not a guy.
Yeah.
It's not that guy, no. There's
Yeah,
like
it's
6 of them.
guys.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, now, Mark,
Yep.
who'd you have coming into this game? I believe you called this game, Philly
I
versus
did
the
not
Chiefs.
call the game.
didn't? You thought San Fran was going to get it?
The injury to Purdy, that's like,
Oh,
I
yeah.
feel like it went, that
Yeah.
hurt, and they had literally no offense.
Yeah.
It was shitty.
Yeah, he ripped their arms off.
They
They ripped his arms off. They ripped all the quarterbacks' arms off
They did.
last week.
They actually did.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, going into it, I had San Fran and KC, but I had KC winning it all. And of course, I'm sticking with KC.
Sticking with the Chiefs.
Somebody said, they were like, man, we call Kansas City the chefs. They got to cook y'all ass.
Gonna eat some eagle wings tonight, baby. You know.
Yeah, man. I'm sticking with my pick, man. KC Mahomes, I think he's a other kind of guy, just a other worldly kind of guy.
Yes.
And you know the stuff that he does is you can't really scheme for it.
Yep.
And they're gonna have a great scheme. And then Andy Reid, he's a offensive genius. Like he's like Yoda.
The maestro. Yeah.
He is, bro. And so I just think these guys are gonna, you know, and they underestimate Kansas City defensive line.
Yeah.
Because they were second in the league.
Chris Jones is
Second in the league.
1B to 1 Aaron.
Don Woods.
Yes,
Yeah,
he is.
Chris, no
and
joke.
people don't give that man enough credit.
They
He's
don't.
a problem all by himself,
And I tell
which
you-
allows everybody else to do what they got to
Absolutely.
do.
And pressure up the middle is different from pressure off the edge.
Yeah, it is.
And I feel like this guy's going to be in Jalen's face.
Yep.
And it's going to be a problem. I think it's going to force him into a turnover or two.
As long as they can contain him on the edges,
Yeah, absolutely.
he's gonna have problems
It's
today.
going to be a problem.
And I'm pretty sure y'all know who I'm picking. If y'all see this jersey I have on, there's no way in hell I'm picking the freaking Philadelphia Eagles. I'll tell you that right now.
don't care what.
All right? It's not going to happen, okay? I may as well go jump in the ocean if I did something like that and just stay there, all right? Kansas City Chiefs will come out victorious today. Mr. Pat Mahomes is going to show up and show out.
Yes.
All right? Juju Smith-Schuster is going to be a playmaker. Hey, and I'll tell you who's going to be the game breaker.
Schuster shining?
No, it will be a Kadarius Toney show today, sir.
I like it.
It
I
will
like
be a
where you're
Kadarius
at.
Toney
I
show
like where
today.
you're at.
All right, and the young man out of the Rutgers, the running back, what's my guy? He's got a Pacheco? Pacheco.
Yep.
Yeah, that guy is
Pacheco
a
is a
very
beast.
explosive back. Kansas City has an explosive team, and I'm looking forward to seeing them today. But anyways, give us 3 minutes. Where's my guy? What's my guy right here on the guitar?
Come on, Steve.
Big Steve, yeah. How'd that roll out? Good? Yeah, man.
I don't think these folks.
Man, that was special. That was special. You know, that guy. What's my guy from? Steven. Yeah, that's Steven. But he reminds me from that dude there is going in right there, man. So now we're back, man. So we have a very special guest sitting to my left. You're right. Well, I guess in front of you, actually. Let me think about that. Hey, man, these Bloody Marys are going hard. So, yeah, man, very special guest, man. Former NFL just stud right here. I'm trying to make sure I don't get my head knocked off while I'm sitting right here next to Coach, Mr. Mark Carrier in the building, man. Yeah, man. We're talking about the man right here, Chicago Bears. We got the Bears. The Bears. The Bears. The Bears
SC
in the house.
Yeah.
Yeah. Little Detroit Lions, little Detroit Lion time, you know. And of course, if you're a Trojan man, we have Mr. USC right here.
How you Domers do this shit?
Hey, man, hey, I'm a Notre Dame guy. I'm a Notre Dame guy. You know,
That's right,
it through and through. I can't help it. And
That's
yeah,
okay.
it's all good.
We're
Hey,
not going
it's-
to talk about Tulane.
you got bragging rights this year. You got bragging rights this year.
Color is bothering you right now, Corey. That Tulane color right there.
Yeah, that Tulane did get you that bowl. They came back and got you, didn't they?
Hey, that just makes Notre Dame even lesser than us. Tulane beat us, and that means they can beat Notre
Hey, we
Dame.
had another green team had to step in and do the job for us. You know, we were down. We had a new coach transition year. Yeah, man. So no, thank you very much for joining us today. How you been, sir?
Great. This is great. This is beautiful here.
Oh my gosh, man. Nice little breeze.
Yeah. Oh,
You know?
this is outstanding. You got to give love to my man Ron Lane over there.
Yes, sir.
For getting us here.
Put it all together.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. So, you know, let's talk about it, man. So, where you want to start? USC, you know? We want to start USC. We want to talk NFL career. Like, I want to know, man, like, how is it nowadays, right? Just looking back at your career, seeing all the things you accomplished, right?
Yeah.
What was the highlight of your playing career?
The highlight of my playing career. Wow.
Yes.
Well, getting drafted in 1990.
Yeah.
That, I mean, just a blessing. Because when I went to college, my goal wasn't to get to the NFL. Was to get an education. I wanted to be a fireman and provide for my family at the time. So it was, and then to get drafted like that and go to Chicago and play with with a great organization, a great team like Chicago was a miracle. I didn't think it. Even better, I met my wife for 28 years.
28. Let's go. That's awesome. Congratulations.
So I gotta celebrate that because if I don't get to Chicago, I don't meet her, and I don't have two beautiful kids. So
Yeah.
my wife from Chicago, right over there. Yeah.
Yeah. So, like I asked you last night, did it hurt?
Yeah.
Hitting all those people as hard as you did, man?
Here's what I say is it hurts. It hurts all the time.
Yeah.
My motto is, and it's not really, it shouldn't be a joke, but it's serious, is that I can't. A lot of people ask you what was your biggest hit. I said I don't know. I don't remember.
Yeah.
I don't remember my
Wow.
biggest hits. I just
Wow.
don't because I remember one time where I hit someone. Sterling Sharp, hardest hit I ever had.
Oh my
I went
gosh.
up my rookie year. I had Sterling Sharp lined up.
Yeah.
He ran a slant, and I'm going to take him out. I go airborne. I lay him out. Next thing you know, I wake up on the sideline with my helmet gone and just staring like this. Look at the quarter. It's like the third quarter.
Yeah.
We're winning, and I'm nowhere. And my helmet's gone. I got knocked out. He ended up scoring like an 80-yard touchdown.
Oh my God. So tell me this.
So that tells you how good the NFL players are.
Yeah, so concussion protocols changed.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Launching? Isn't that launching?
That's launching. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You're
at the game.
At one point in the NFL, I was the most fined guy.
Yeah.
I had the highest fines.
Oh, really?
Yeah. My wife was still mad because we
of
couldn't
course.
afford our kids to go to good colleges. Because all the money I had to give up.
Gave it right back to them.
Yeah. But at one point, it actually the funny story is if I wanted to come back and play, I would have to petition the league because there's still a suspension pending. True story. Am I lying, honey?
Are you serious?
It's true. That's
That is
true
insane.
story.
Thank you very
That's
much.
an honest to God true story.
Wow.
If I wanted to go back and play, guys, I would have to petition the league. Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Because I have a suspension still pending. I have to sit out one game.
Oh my
That's the honest to
gosh.
God truth.
Hey, you ought to just sign with the Bears and sit out that game.
Yeah,
just
sit out
cut.
that game, yeah. Sit out
then
the
retire
game.
again.
Well,
Get that off your back. You know, get that suspension
the
off your
bad part
back.
is they would take the check too. So it's
Oh,
not
yeah,
working.
that's no
So,
good. That's no good,
yeah.
man. So
that's a true story. I still have a suspension pending if I were to come back.
that's crazy. So it's crazy to me. All right. So if you don't know, Mark Clayton played for the Baltimore Ravens. We got any Raven fans in the house? BMO, right? What'd you say? I thought about this too. You told me that black and purple make blue, and they do not, bro. They make dark purple.
They do.
Okay, I'm just saying that's not blue.
Well, I'm talking about your skin.
Okay.
You and your Cowboys.
Yeah. So you guys, you actually coached this guy, right?
Well, Mark played receiver, and I was,
sure.
I was part
DB
of the DB coach.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we had a really, really good team, a really good run at one point.
Yeah.
With the Ravens and we were playing. I remember playing against Vince Young, and I remember telling him the story Rex Ryan. Everybody knows Rex.
Right.
Rex
Yep.
is a colorful guy.
Yep.
Rex was the defensive coordinator.
Yep.
Steve McNair was our quarterback.
Yep.
Steve
06.
Vince was the Titans
Quarterback.
quarterback. So we're going to play that week up. We're going to play
In Tennessee.
in Tennessee, play the
In
Titans.
Tennessee, yep.
And Rex, we have our pre-game, pre-week meeting to go into the game planning. And Rex said this, and I swear to God, I'm not denying it. If I call a blitz, someone shoot me, tackle me, tell me no, because we are not running a blitz against that quarterback. Because if we run a blitz, somebody misses a hole or something, it's over.
VY's hitting that hole.
So we had no blitzes on the game plan going into that game. We didn't have none.
But what happened?
And so we're playing. It was a good game. We ended up winning the game.
Oh,
We ended up
nice,
winning the game.
nice.
But it got point late in the second half. We got them pinned. We're doing really well. And all of a sudden, Rex, there's an old saying about Rex. Every now and then, a little Buddy Ryan comes out of Rex.
Yeah.
Mid-game.
So Rex, we got him pinned back there. It's 3rd and long. We can play zone, get off the field, pretty much win the game. All of a sudden, Buddy comes out of Rex. Rex calls a zero blitz.
God.
Nobody tackled him?
Nobody deep. Everybody's man across the board. We're sending 8 guys.
Oh, no.
Guess what happened?
Who was the free guy?
Shoot.
Vince Young got out and they're off to the races. They end up scoring. Now we got to fight to win the game. We eventually win it late.
no doubt.
But Rex, we tried. I remember Mike Patton, who's with the Minnesota Vikings, Rex's right-hand guy, was screaming at Rex up in the box where I was, saying, Rex, no, we don't have that in the plan. We didn't practice that blitz. You can't call it. And of course, Rex being Rex, hell yes, we're sending a message right now. We're sending a message right now. We're calling such and such zero blitz.
Yeah.
And Patton just slams his headset and lets Rex call it. We all up in the studio, up in the booth like this. And next thing you know, you hear the crowd roar, and you see Vince Young running for like 50 yards.
Skedaddling.
Hey.
Oh, man, you're used to seeing Vince Young run for 50 yards or so, aren't you?
Yeah. We talked about that. We
Hook 'em
talked about
horns.
that.
Hey, that's
We talked about that.
that's a legendary
That was one of the greatest
play.
games I've ever
Absolutely.
seen.
Man,
One of the greatest games I've ever seen.
I was sitting in California, right?
Yeah.
At my buddy's house.
Oh, that game?
House full of USC fans
Yeah.
talking smack all game.
Yep.
Until the final play.
Oh yeah.
I was on row 6.
The fat lady sang, dog, and we were going home with that win.
That was one of the best games I've ever seen.
Yeah, it was a great
one of-
game.
That
To this
his
day.
individual. I mean, they had a lot of draftees on both sides. A lot of
Yeah.
first-round guys. But what that young man did that day, he was a man among boys. It was just unbelievable. It's one of those I hated seeing it, but I respect it enough because
Yeah.
that was her Herculean effort that he
understand
did to win the game.
Man,
It
you
was
were
unbelievable.
in Chicago during an amazing time. Y'all had Sweetness around, right? He had just retired.
He retired in
right?
'87. Yep.
But that's also Michael Jordan era.
Michael, I've
know-
been there. Yeah, I've been to. They won 6 championships. I went to at least one of those every year. Got to go to one of
Was
those.
Mike Dicker your coach at the time?
I had Dicker for 3 years and Wanstead for 4.
So Dubbear. So what was it like being in Chicago in the early '90s?
It was great.
The energy had to be electric.
Oh, it was. I mean, obviously the Bears. Chicago's a football town. Even though you still had Bulls going great, and that was exciting. Everything was fun. I mean, it was good. I don't, honey. We didn't pay for a drink ever, did we? I never had to pay for a drink.
That's awesome. Hey, that's how
I got
you do it.
comped.
Your money's no good
All
here.
it took was a call. We never had to
Yeah.
wait in line. It was Chicago's a great sports town. They treat their app. The good and bad about Chicago folks is they're into it. The bad part they're into it.
Yeah.
So there's also some times where we've been out and I've almost had to fight my way out because people were mad because we lost and
Yeah.
got a few drinks in their hand and they were just wanting to get to express their opinion. So you got to be smart about
For
that.
sure,
So, but
for sure.
it was great. I mean, great time with the Bulls and Jordan and Pippen, and then the second era when Rodman came through. Rodman just set it off. So
Yeah.
that was even more fun.
So Dennis Rodman, is he as crazy as he seems?
You know what? I got another story. I'm telling all our wife's stories that we talked about the other day. Yes.
What color was his hair the first time you met him before you get there? Was it cheetah?
It was something. But we're at a restaurant. Me and my wife at the time. We're at a restaurant at Gibson Steakhouse, one of the great restaurants and steakhouse in the city and in the States. And we're waiting on our table, and the maitre d' comes up to us and said, "Hey, Mark, Dennis is back there." I said, "Oh, really? Have you ever met him?" I said, "No." We were like, "Oh, I would love to meet Dennis." My wife was like, "Yeah, I'd love, because the antics was big."
Yeah.
So so he comes around. He's got like 10 people with him, of course. He comes up, the guy entered, hey, Dennis, this is Mark Carey, this is his wife, Andrea, this is Dennis Rodman, and Dennis was like, hey, Mark, how you doing?
Yeah.
I'm a big fan, love your game, love the way you play. How's dinner? I mean, just as polite, sociable as can be. I said, hey, back at you, I love how you play, keep doing it, good luck going into the finals, He said, all right, have a good dinner, I'll talk to you later, and left. My wife, Andrea, and was so disappointed.
Yeah.
She was hoping he'd come around, slap her on her butt or something.
Yeah.
Grab her cheeks or something. Something Dennis.
Some Dennis
And he
antics.
was as nice, as cordial, and respectful. It was almost
who
a
is this
Dennis.
guy?
She
Yeah.
was hoping he'd come and just slap that ass. Excuse my language.
No,
do
hey,
something.
that's how we get down. You're
Give her
good
a
here.
hug
You're
or
good
something.
here.
He was just so. It was just so down to earth.
Yeah.
It was a letdown.
It was- yeah,
he was
man.
so disappointed. Like, wow, that was disappointing.
Dennis was a great salesman.
It was, yeah. And
He was a great salesman. He was all for the media.
Yeah. So it was. He was nice. He was just nice as could be.
That is insane.
It was almost. Like I said, it was a letdown.
Yeah.
Because he was just so. He was just so cool and very cordial. Like you said, there was no camera on, so it was just like, hey, how you doing, Mark?
Yeah.
Big fan, love your game. How's the dinner? Have a good evening. I'll talk to you. And that was it. And he walked with his entourage, walked out, and the look on everybody on our faces was like, damn, that was it.
Yeah.
Well, okay, all right. Now, I was hoping for more.
As
too.
you moped away to your table.
Yeah,
you know.
as my wife was so, she was just hoping something.
Yeah.
Something of it.
Man, and you just mentioned it. So, what was it like coaching Ray Lewis? You're on the defensive side of the ball. Was there any coaching Ray
Well,
Lewis?
that's good question. I had the pleasure, like Ray was linebackers, I was safety,
Yeah.
so I got to coach another Hall of Famer, Ed Reed.
Oh my gosh.
So and Mark knows how great Ed Reed.
Ed Reed's
Reed
amazing.
was,
I can see him running
and
a
people ask,
pickoff back right now in my
and
mind.
people ask that question, like Mark, because I had the safety, so Ed was one of my guys.
Yep.
And I still communicate with Ed today. Great guy, great student.
He wore your number, didn't he?
20. Yeah.
Yep.
He took it a little farther than I did with the MVP and Hall of Fame. But anyway, but people always ask, hey, Mark, how was it like coaching Ed Reed? I said, it was really, really easy. Like, really. He's like, why? Because I stayed over here and I worked with Dewan Landry, the 5th round pick, or Zibikowski or somebody. I worked with those guys. Well, I didn't say, well, what did you do with Ed? I said, I got the hell out of his way.
Yeah.
When I got the job with Baltimore, I sat down with Rex and Dennis Thurman, who DT was great, who's with Dion up in Colorado, was the defense coordinator at Jackson State. When he pulled me to the side, said, "All right, Mark, we're gonna let you do your thing. You're gonna coach these guys, and you got Ed Reed. Here's what you do with Ed: leave him the fuck alone.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
You leave him. Excuse my language. My wife's gonna get mad at me because I'm swearing.
Hey, we're good, man. We're live.
I'm sorry, honey. She's mad. She's already mad at me. And I see kids right in front of me. She's already mad at me.
It's real world.
But they said, hey, Mark, you're going to work with these guys, and you got Ed Reed.
Yeah.
Don't bother him.
Yeah.
Don't bother him.
You telling the other guys, hey, watch Ed Reed. That's all you have to do.
Watch Ed Reed. And I'm like, you know what I did? And I was a great coach. He made the Pro Bowl 4 years in a row. I was there. I was like,
wow.
That was outstanding.
Yeah, man.
Safety coach of the year.
And like guys like that who are such great. I mean, people don't get a sense how. I mean, they're not just everybody's great athlete. I was not a typical great. I couldn't run and jump faster than anybody, so I had to prepare. But when you have those attributes, and then your work ethic is even harder than everybody else, it makes your job easy. Those guys work hard.
Yeah.
They prepared. They knew the game plan better than you, just as good. They knew what's going on. They would tell you what worked, what not work, and then when the game get back, you just sit there and go,
yeah.
okay, go to work, guys. I'm here. And they did.
Hey, but they say that players typically take the personality of their coach, right?
Well, they do. Well, Dewan did, not Ed. Ed had his own. Like the guy was in defensive MVP.
Yeah.
He's made like 20 Pro Bowls. Only had 3. What was I going to tell him that he didn't know?
I mean, I watched.
But we did have Red and I, and like I said, we had a great communication.
Yeah.
You had to understand what his level of thinking was and how he saw the game, and then how we would talk about things like, Ed, how do you see this? What do you think of this? Here's what I would do. And it was like, yeah, but I'm going to do it this way, Mark. Hey,
Yeah.
works for me. Good.
Yeah.
Let's go do it.
Yeah.
And it was all good.
Yeah,
It was all good.
I mean, he came from a very special team at the University of Miami. I was watching the Clayton Portis interview. He said, when I showed up to Denver, I realized I had a better team in college.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that is pretty mind-blowing.
That 2001.
Oh, incredible,
yeah, they were.
incredible, man.
They
So,
were, yeah.
so any young bucks coming up looking to make a splash and play in the NFL, right? What would your advice be to that kid, that has a dream?
My goal, and when I talk to kids today and mentor people, I always tell them, what are you going to do to separate yourself from everybody else?
Yeah.
What are you doing? Everybody's doing what you're doing.
Yep.
What are you doing to separate yourself, to better yourself? So I tell when guys come up and say, hey, what's your goal? I want to play pro ball. I'm like, I'm all for it. Do what you have to do, but I'm also a realist, and I've been fortunate enough to play at the highest level, coach at the highest level. But I always tell kids, I said, hey, listen, I'm 50, getting ready to turn 55. I was very, very fortunate enough to play 12 years in the league.
Looking good too, boy. I hope
Hey.
I look like that when I'm 55, bro.
Hey, we're baggy clothes.
Yeah.
That's the key. We're baggy clothes. That's right. We're baggy clothes. I'm still smart. My wife wants me to change my pants. I'm still wearing the pleats.
Hey, they're coming back. They're coming back. They're coming back.
She's like, you need to get more streamlined. Like,
Yeah, man. I saw that at New York
I'm
Fashion
good, I'm
Week.
good.
Everybody had that on this week.
I'm looking younger. But what I always tell the kids is, these young cats, hey, work. What are you doing to separate yourself? What
Yeah.
other extra things? But more importantly, I was fortunate to play about 12 years in the league. So I was done when I was 30-something. I've been out of the league more than I played.
Yeah.
What's your plan? Because take away some of those quarterbacks and some of those other guys. Those are outliers. No one's going to get paid like the quarterbacks as their quarterback.
Yeah.
But make sure, go for it. Make sure you're putting all the dedication into your game and what you can do to separate yourself. But make sure you have a plan for afterwards. Because I don't care. Richard Dent, the great Richard Dent,
Oh, my gosh.
who was the Hall of Famer,
Beast, yeah.
told me this when I started playing. Said,
Tackle.
Mark, we all have so many hits in our bodies.
Yeah.
We have a number. When your number is up, you're done.
Yeah.
Some guys have more, some guys have less. But when your number is counted, you don't get them back.
Yeah.
If you don't get, you don't play or something for a year or sit out, you ain't getting those numbers back. So when your number is up, it's up.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can do about it.
Yep.
It's just your time is done, time to move on. I just want to make sure these kids, when they go and play, that put every effort into you can, but make sure you have something else, because when that dream is over, and it will be over, it's going to be over for everybody. Make sure you have a plan going forward for the rest of your life, because you're going to live longer, God willing, than you play.
Then you'll play, absolutely.
Than you play.
Absolutely, man. That's incredible. So it's a big game today,
Yep. Yep.
And I would love to hear your opinion on how that thing will turn out. It's very tough.
Here's why, and John Holecek and I were talking about this. Here's why I think, and Patrick Mahomes is as good as there could be, but if Philly can do what they did to a very, very stout defensive line in San Francisco, two things get accomplished. One, they control the clock.
He's on the bench.
And two, guess who's on the bench?
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes.
The MVP of the league.
Yeah.
So if
They only
can-
need 13 seconds to get down the field.
So
Jeez,
so
who does
if,
that?
if Philly do what they did against a very stout defensive line and move the ball and run it, and Jalen Hurts can still do that and not turn it over, I think it's their game. It's their game to lose.
Yeah.
Because I just think what they do and how they do it, and they've been doing it all year. Everybody's getting healthier. Everybody's getting meaner. They know that it's just going to be hard for Kansas City. Now, granted, Super Bowl, and that guy is magic. But I just like Philly. If they do what they do, they do what they do. It's just to make it hard for Kansas City to match up with that.
So
That's
sad.
My thought.
So
And
sad.
That's my thought. I'm a
Oh,
defensive guy.
no, I
That's
can't
my-
stand
that's my
Philly
thought.
fans.
And I love Patrick Mahomes. I absolutely love him. I just think what Philly
Down
does, they're able to control the clock
Yep.
and run the ball, and they got some talent on the outside too. So
Yeah.
it just adds to where they keep that other kid, that other pretty good player on the sideline.
And at the rate they're ripping arms off,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, they've been pretty good. I mean, they led the league in sacks. They had over 70 sacks, John? 70
incredible.
sacks?
And then they
70
pick up
sacks.
Nanda Kamsu like in late 3/4 into the
And-
season. Like,
and-
what is
and-
going
Who's second in the
on?
league in sacks, coach?
Who was second in the league? Kansas City?
Yes, sir.
Kansas City.
Hey,
Don't
No,
sleep.
I was
Hey.
thank you. Kansas City.
there was a gap. But hey, man, it's gonna be a great game
But
today.
it's gonna be a great game.
It's gonna be a great
but
game
But if the way for Philly to win is keep that guy on the sideline.
Yeah.
That's the only way they can do it. If they don't do that, that kid is special, and he'll make things happen.
Hey, y'all got it. If you're betting on this game today, I would not go with Coach Carrier's advice because I hate the Eagles, and this is just my opinion. I'm not saying I'm right, okay? I'm just saying.
My son standing to win a little money, so he's hoping for the Eagles too. He jumped on the Eagles way before the season started,
Yeah.
so he's got a chance to win some good money and everything. So,
Yeah.
so that means he's not asking me and his mom for money. So hey, that's why I'm
Win, please win. For that alone, I might hope they win. For your
he's
sake,
not
man.
asking for me for money.
Absolutely,
So,
absolutely.
Good.
No, but
That's right.
man, we definitely appreciate you coming on today.
Oh, this is great.
Man,
Thank
this
you,
is the
guys.
legendary Mr. Hard Hitting Mark Carrier. Yeah. Thank you, bro. It was great, man. Good stuff. That's a little Slash mixed with a little Santana in there, baby. I like it. That's what I'm talking about, man. That's awesome. And we are back. That boy Steve. Great stuff right there, man. Great stuff right there. And we're back, man, with another guest. But first I want to give a shout out to Cisco and CDW for making all of this possible today. Man, what an event, man. Stoked. I can't really give them credit for the Super Bowl, but everything else going on here right now, you know, is it's special. It's very special. And we have another special guest.
Pretty sure they're even responsible for the weather today.
If they can take credit for that, man, I thank them even more. Like straight up, that's awesome. That's awesome. Are there any Buffalo Bill fans in the house right now? Bills Mafia. Hey, don't break any tables out here, please. Please, no smashing tables out here right now. So we have Mr. John Holecek in the building. How you doing, sir?
Great.
I guess outside. We're not in the building today, but outside. Man, thank you
We're
very
around the building today.
Yeah, around the building. Thanks for joining us today, man.
Yeah, I'm just an obscure fifth round draft pick, but played 6 years at Buffalo. Had a decent career, but 8 total.
Yeah.
A couple knee ligaments there.
Oh man, bro. Hey, that's when people could hit. That's when you could actually hit the quarterback.
Yeah. It's completely different now.
So you played on some pretty special teams.
Did.
Buffalo Bills.
Played in front of Bruce Smith for 4 years.
Oh my gosh.
There's a lot of studs on it. Cornelius Bennett was the linebacker when I first got there. First pick overall. Just a beast from Alabama. So yeah, we had a really good team.
So what is it like coming in as a 5th round pick versus the bonus babies, the 1st round guys, 2nd round guys? The guys that are expected to be here for a long time, and then you show up as a 5th round pick and you're kicking ass and taking names. How does that feel? What's that like?
Just go to work.
Yeah.
Go to work. Just make sure that they know that you're doing everything you can to make this team and do your job. And special teams matter. Marv Levy was my first coach, and Marv Levy, the Hall of Famer, was unbelievable when he was a special teams guy. So anything you could do to help the team.
Yep, awesome. So special teams, was that your is that how you got broke in?
Initially, then Chris Spielman was a legendary linebacker for the Lions. He had an injury, broke his neck, and then I stepped in for him.
Let me see. Your mic might have come off for a second there. We
All
good?
right.
We good on sound? We're back, and we're back. Yeah, man. So learning under Chris Spielman, right?
It was nobody would work harder than him.
Yeah.
He's in the building at 7 a.m. Last one to leave. Just the inspiration to everybody around him. Fabulous guy, family guy. I absolutely loved it. He was a big part. And Wade Phillips was our D coordinator.
Oh wow, little Cowboys right there,
Who's obviously a Houston, Texas legend.
Yep.
Starting up the new team soon.
The Houston the XFL team.
Yeah.
They start in a week or two.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
With the Rock, right? So it blew my mind. First of all, that Buffalo wings came from the city of Buffalo. Second of all, that there's only 200,000 people that populate Buffalo, right? And to have 2 major sports teams, like hockey and football, right? And just crazy football fans up there.
Yeah, I don't
Right?
think people that know geography. Toronto is just around the corner. So there's 4 or 5 million, an hour and a half away. So
For sure.
you get a lot of Canadians supporting the team. At tremendous sports town. Talk about nuts. They know everybody.
Oh, I knew it was nuts when I drove past, and the big cement cylinders, they were all painted as beer cans. I was like, they get down out here, bro.
Yeah, they do a lot of Labatt's up there.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Good beer.
That's what it is, man. So, where'd you coming up? Where'd you finish college and before you were drafted?
So I was one of the linebackers with Simeon Rice and Kevin Hardy were a year younger than us, and they were drafted 2 and 3 overall in 1996. But the best player of us, the four linebackers, was Dana Howard, who's a Buckus Award winner, who was a tackling machine. Nobody, I think, in my career, was ever even came close to him.
Yeah.
He had like 580 tackles in his career.
Yeah.
So us four were known as like a linebacker, one of the better linebacking core in college history.
Yeah, Cornelius Bennett, man.
No,
Like that's Buffalo.
That's the pro.
That's Buffalo.
I'm talking about Illinois.
Yeah, fighting a line.
Kevin Hardy and Simeon Rice.
Holy cow.
And then Dana Howard.
Simeon got one with the Bucks, right?
Yeah.
Simeon.
Man.
Yeah, Simeon Rice was an animal, man.
And that's where I see Mark came out and just blew this place away. And shout out to everybody. Cisco, CDW, thank you.
Yeah.
But my wife I met in Illinois too, the University of Illinois.
Nice.
Patricia,
Illinois is
ex-professional.
like a beautiful place in the summertime, but stay away in the winter.
Yeah, no, and in the summertime they actually seed the farms a little, so if the wind blows in the wrong direction,
That's like Oklahoma State. It's terrible. It's terrible.
My Michigan friends in the NFL were like, man, it was awful playing there.
Yeah.
Suck it up, man.
So what was your highlight moment? Same question I asked Mark Harry a second ago.
I had a Monday night football game where I sacked Marino and stripped him, and my teammate ran for a touchdown. And then I intercepted him for 30, and then ran it back for 35 yards.
Oh, nice.
And they gave me player of the game, and ESPN gave me a nice Bulova watch on the sideline. And
Nice.
Passing out watches.
Yeah, back in the day.
Hey, look, incentive.
Don't tell the IRS.
Hello,
It was pretty cool. It was my.
I think you passed the statute of
Yeah.
limitation around here. Yeah, I think you passed it.
For sure.
Yeah, man. So enjoying Puerto Rico right now. Did you get around to golfing while you've been out here?
I did not. I was scared. Cart path only doesn't do well with a replace hip and it replace knee. So.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So, I mean, NFL nowadays, what are your thoughts on the way that they protect the quarterback, man? Like back in the day, you could rip his head off. Look at Lawrence Taylor. He literally did that.
Yeah, no, it's good for the game. It's good for our longevity. The game is safer. I was a high school coach for 17 years, and we never actually tackled to the ground. So can you imagine that? Growing up, we're like practicing, never.
Never. No.
No hits, go to the
Just
ground.
fit up.
Fit up, that's it.
And that's it.
So how was it come game time? Did y'all give up a lot of yards or what?
No, actually, we won last.
7?
We were in the last 11 years in my high school, Loyal Academy, and we win 7 of the last 11 championships. We won 3.
Wow.
And,
7 of the last
and-
11 state championships?
and we never tackle.
That's insane.
No, it's after like 7 out of like the last 12.
Yeah.
That's
times.
incredible, man. So, I mean, what is practice like without tackling? Y'all got flags out there?
Get your
what's
feet
going
there.
on?
Your desire at the point of contact is
Yeah.
going to take care of it. And
Yeah.
I'm talking about they're varsity athletes. Maybe younger guys have to, but the game is so much safer now. I mean, I remember I got a trap drill in the NFL. I got knocked out. And I've not had any diagnosed concussions, but this was a concussion.
Yeah.
And my coach was like, just take the rest of the drill off.
Yeah.
Like I blacked out, fell to the ground. The offensive line, they said in the meeting rooms, they watched it like 30 times, laughing their asses off. Yeah, look at all that cheap shot. They got him there. And Wade was like, just take the rest of this drill off. I'm like, all right, I'm cool. So this game is much safer.
Yeah.
It's in better hands. Yeah.
Yeah. We all got kids.
You got 45-year-olds out there still going at it. You know, that wasn't happening back in the day, man. No
absolutely.
chance.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially not a quarterback. Maybe a tackle.
Yeah, it's definitely safer. And you know what? We all want to see some points scored, so I get it.
Yeah.
It's tough to watch as defender. Like, come on. Like, really? The guy falls into
But,
the quarterback.
I
and
mean,
it's flat?
what do the kids have to look forward to? There's no more NFL greatest hits. No more NFL films, greatest hits, tapes, or DVD.
Yeah.
See, I just dated myself
The
saying
Dick
tapes.
Buckets hits and that nasty stuff is long gone.
Yeah, man, like, that's football, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah,
It is.
but we all have to change.
Isn't that football?
Yeah. It's gonna,
That's football, right?
the greatest hits is gonna be a series over the season.
Yeah.
It's not, it's like fines for this last season.
Yeah.
That's what's gonna be the greatest hits.
I'm almost scared to stay, but like when I grew up, my dad paid me not for like scores, just how many people I knocked out of the game. Like,
Wow. Did he
looking back a little, maybe a little aggressive.
Did he happen to be the defensive
like,
coordinator?
That's what it was.
Let's go.
Did he happen to be the defensive coordinator for the Saints? the original bounty hunter.
Yeah,
That's funny.
yeah. He actually cut me my last year in Buffalo. So
Yeah.
Greg Williams.
Oh, really? Wow. Oh,
That's a good one.
you wasn't willing to hurt somebody for a little
Yeah,
cash on the
I
side.
didn't get that far.
He's like,
They
get
weren't-
out of
They weren't
here.
handing out watches.
This
That's
guy's
what it
way
was.
too nice.
It wasn't watches.
That's crazy, man. So
cool.
playing for Marv Levy, like he's like a legend, bro. A legendary coach. bro.
One real quick story about Marv Levy. Everyone stood up and listened to him. He was 70 years old back then. He's 95 probably now. But you knew he's the smartest guy in the room, so everyone stood up and listened. Like, such respect. And one day, this gentleman, who I've never heard cuss, I'm playing at when Nashville was starting their stadium in like 2000 or 99 or something. We played in the Liberty Bowl in Memphis instead, so the field's crap. And I go into the far side of the field. I step into a hole. The turf just is terrible. Comes up. I come to the sidelines. The defensive coordinator asks me, "What happened?" And I said, "I stepped in a hole the size of my freaking helmet." Like what? And Marv Levy said, "Don't you ever make an excuse. They're playing on the same goddamn field you are."
Yeah.
And then right then I'm like, realized, don't make no excuses.
Yeah.
the situation
playing
out there,
field is level.
it's your advantage if it's your perspective.
Mark believe
That's
he
a fact.
cussed.
Yeah.
One
That dude,
time,
he looked
one
like
time,
the
yeah.
It was the
he looked
one
like the
time.
nicest
Yeah.
grandpa.
He had
Ever.
he had a Harvard English master's.
Oh, wow.
Really?
Yeah.
So was he a yeller? Like
No.
typically?
No, it seemed like soft spoken.
He's
Gentleman.
just-
Yeah.
absolutely. But you know how some people in front of the camera are one way,
kind of guy.
Yeah, no,
and then they're like a demon. Like
Yeah,
No,
no.
he was like Bill Belichick.
yeah. So that's it. I feel like Bill Belichick will be like that, right?
He'll rip.
That's crazy, man. So
Bill's got to be considered obviously one of the greatest coaches
The GOAT,
ever,
yeah.
if not the
Did go. Yeah.
yeah. So what year were you drafted again?
95.
95, right? So we're talking. Oh man.
Yep.
Oh, that's a rough go
Yes,
right
that
there,
was-
bro.
that 88.
That's
were you,
old. I'm old.
Were you a part of no? Were you a part of 3 of the 4, or were
I
you a
missed-
part of all 4?
Missed all those. Super
Oh, you
Bowls.
missed all those?
Yeah, it was.
That was like right
before.
after.
Nine,
Oh,
yeah,
right
90,
before.
91, 2, 3 or something. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, man. So how was the?
But Jim Kelly
How was the
still had-
mood?
Jim Kelly still had his parties in his basement though. Yeah. Jim Kelly was the man.
Jim Kelly went hard, huh?
The man.
Yeah, man. That dude. he was
Thurman, Thomas,
an awesome
the man.
quarterback.
Thurman,
Yeah.
Thomas,
Yeah,
yeah.
man.
Yeah.
What was it like being around those guys, man? You just like literally around like
Like
the
Mark
pros
said-
pro.
Like
you
Mark
know?
said, just stay out of the way.
Yeah.
Don't touch him. Don't talk to him.
Yeah.
Stay out of the way.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And if Bruce wants to make an inside move when he's got the outside gap, that's his call.
Yeah.
You cover him up.
That's all.
That's what you do.
So the fact that you played in Illinois and then transitioned over to Buffalo, right? The cold was it warmer in Buffalo than Illinois? Because you know that hawk is
Same.
right off the
It's the same. You just get a
Great
lot
Lake.
more snow.
Yeah.
I remember we were playing New England. Game comes down to a field goal. Vinatieri's he's setting up, and we call a timeout to ice him. I'm like, now I get to clean off the field, so I'm starting to kick the snow at the center. They're clearing out all the snow, and I'm kicking the snow in his face. And the ref's like, stop! And I go, what's the call? And he goes, unsportsmanlike conduct. I'm like, oh, all right, fine. Vinatieri, they clear it. He makes it.
Oh,
So,
Vinatieri always makes it.
yeah, he was.
Yeah.
That dude was
That's
like
clutch.
automatic, bro, like all the time, especially in the biggest moments, right?
Clutchy.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. So, man, it's just been a pleasure. We're in paradise right now, right? What's been your most amazing? Is this your first time in Puerto Rico, first of all?
No, my honeymoon was here.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's beautiful. The rainforest, looking at that.
Yeah.
That's
That's a
awesome.
beautiful.
Yeah, man. We had some good conversations last night, you know. So, rainforest, right? How do you feel about the rainforest, just hanging out?
Well, let's take care of it. Right? We all agree.
Let's take
Preserve
No,
that
but
thing.
I don't know. I didn't take a trip out there this time, but they have a nice waterfall. It's
yeah.
beautiful. We're gonna spend some time there later tonight
Nice.
Yeah.
at the park over there watching the Super Bowl.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Yep. Yep. We'll get to see
Speaking
that
of the
special.
Super Bowl, right? That's why we're here.
So, being a Buffalo Bills fan, I've watched Kelsey and Mahomes kill us so many times.
Oh, so you
Salty.
like me with the Eagles?
Salty.
It's
It
hard
ain't
for you to
got
go
nothing
for.
hard
it.
to- I mean, I appreciate them, but I don't root for them.
Yeah. And
But Eagles got a lot of depth, man.
Yeah, they
got
do.
A lot of talent.
yeah. But how do you
The roster is
before
great.
we even get there, right? Because we got time. So Buffalo Bills, 2022, 2023, right? Very talented team. Awesome quarterback. Started out on fire. Josh Allen was on everybody's front page. The first thing that came on the sports channel. This dude's jumping over 6'3" dudes like they're midgets.
Yeah, legit.
I'm sorry, little people. I'm sorry. Right? But tell me this. How do you feel about the direction of the Buffalo Bills, and will they get over the hump?
I think they have a great coach. They've all the major pieces are in place. I have to fortify the offensive line. I think it's showed that they didn't have much pass rush after Von Miller got hurt.
Yeah.
But that's a huge loss.
Yes.
I mean,
Yep.
you put that guy on the team, we'll see.
Yeah.
But yeah, Cincinnati's
Game
going to be
changer.
there for a long time. Kansas City's always going to be there. So those two are that's a big hump.
Yeah.
Who knows? But I love Josh Allen.
How'd the AFC get all the quarterbacks? Except
All
for
of them.
Jalen Hurts.
That's
They
a
got
great
all of
question.
them. I mean, Dallas, man.
And Tom Brady
do.
guys in the NFC too, though.
The Tom Brady guy.
Was.
Yeah.
Was.
Not anymore.
Yeah, like, that was like the residue of Tom Brady. It wasn't really Tom Brady,
Well,
I mean, he got a
Super
Super
Bowl
Bowl.
Tom
He
Brady.
got to
It was Tom
win.
Brady.
He got to win, but
After
it
that-
wasn't like the Patriots were winning because of Tom Brady. the Bucks won because they had a stacked out team and Tom Brady.
And Tom, yeah.
Right?
And it feels like the Eagles are very similar to that.
Oh my
Stacked
gosh,
team.
man.
Yeah, they're stacked.
I mean,
Yeah.
Robert
Stacked.
Quinn last year,
Right.
Chicago fans, he had
Dominican Sue.
13, 14 sacks,
Yep.
and he
He's a-
plays only 12 plays a
awesome.
game. And he's a veteran
I
that could
remember
come
his
off
If I
the bench.
remember-
rookie in St. Louis. Like, he's awesome.
He gets 2 weeks off.
Oh, God.
And for the
Fresh
biggest
legs?
game, yeah.
Come on.
Fresh legs for a vet. You
Dominican
know what that
Sue?
means.
Wasn't he a
They got
cowboy?
Sue?
Yeah.
Wasn't he a
Come on.
cowboy? Wasn't
Yeah.
Robert Quinn
Yes,
a cowboy?
He was for a moment. Yep.
My gosh,
Left
I'd
the
love to have
Rams.
that guy back.
Yeah.
I'd love to have that guy back.
So you get some old vets that have a lot of reasons to play this one
Savvy.
game.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
Yeah.
Sue's the beast.
For sure. Yeah, none to come Sue. They say he's the nicest dude off the field, but on the field, like,
Animal.
he will step on your chest.
One of the greatest college
And pivot.
defenders ever.
Yeah,
His
for
stats
sure.
was
Yeah.
freaky.
Nebraska,
College.
right?
Nebraska.
Freak.
Just freak.
So,
freak.
Tell me, who's your pick? Who should the people put their money on? Who should they stack their chips on for this game tonight?
I'm an Eagles.
You with the Eagles?
I don't bet.
No.
Jonas, can we switch chairs real quick, bro? Like,
Yeah.
I'm too much Eagles love coming from you.
He said his Mahomes helped you. I was like, oh.
Holmes, full speed, big crowd.
Yeah. Well, so yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Healthy ankle. But what is it about the Eagles? Is it just the firepower they come with at every position? Like, what is it, man?
Oh, yeah,
It's great.
that's
There's so many
a really
smart
well-built roster.
CDW guys. There's a Kansas City group that came in there. It depends on the refs. The refs let
Hey.
and they want a manhandle Kelsey. I'm like, man, you guys are smart.
Very smart people. They know the game.
So they're saying it's just up to the refs.
Those
If they're
zebras
gonna-
are a factor.
If they're going to hold Kelsey, jam him up early, and let it go, if they're going to let that play, then KC's in trouble.
Yeah.
That's true.
Hey,
Kelsey has the
KC, that's why they won the Super Bowl. They got smart fans. Right? Smart fans, smart team. Like, you can't lose with that.
Exactly.
Like, geez,
Loud.
Louise. And they started in Dallas. Like, you can't lose with that. You know, Dallas,
this
Texas. Got to
guy.
take it when I can. So,
Take every win.
every time, bro. Every time.
So technology, you guys are. You didn't mention technology yet in this.
Yeah,
podcast.
man.
You got CDW.
It's
and
not,
Cisco
it's
here,
not
huh?
about us.
Jonas.
Well, since you passed it over there, I'll say this about technology. We're sitting on a beautiful, beautiful tropical island, sipping whatever.
Pina
we're-
coladas and Bloody
Bloody
Marys
Marys
and mojitos. and-
Fun drinks.
out here in the trees on the side of a pool. We're broadcasting a show wirelessly from here to wherever it's received at, to anybody in the world can see.
Globally.
Yeah. My wife is watching this live from a satellite.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Cisco and CDW are all up in making that stuff happen.
Absolutely.
What kind of a world are we in that
Yeah,
you can do
without-
that kind of stuff?
Yeah. An amazing world.
without
It's
What a
amazing.
wonderful world. Sorry about that. You know, I tried. That's my best impersonation I can give you right now. You know, I hope it passes. I hope
But
it
seriously, all that stuff does not happen without Cisco and CDW.
passes. Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
legit.
So that's about all the technology we're gonna talk today. You know, it's all about football, baby.
It's football day.
You know.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
It's our Super Bowl, as they say.
Hey, what do you think
Finally.
about? What do you think about guys celebrating and getting injured during the celebration?
Oh. Did someone do that here?
Did that happen?
I mean, bro, Grammatica did it. Remember, he kicked
Oh
some
yeah,
goal,
he tore the yeah.
jumped up,
Yeah, he did.
excited, boom,
Tore that
threw a fist
ACL.
pump and tore his ACL when he came down.
That was
You know,
crazy.
I've seen it a few times. I've seen some guys on defense do it, man.
Concussion. Somebody had a concussion.
Yeah, man. But no, man, I really we appreciate you coming. If I had more in my cup right now,
Appreciate
I'd
you guys,
give you
man.
a PED
Thanks,
toast.
Appreciate it.
Man, coming to be a part of this
Awesome.
thing. Thank you, sir, bro. Great stuff. Buffalo Bills in the house. hand to Steve over there shredding right now. Like it's a real live Guitar Hero out here, people. Yes, it is. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire.
Right.
And that's the way that you want to have an intro for a legendary gentleman like this right here, man. Mr. Daryl McDonald. You might know him by Run DMC. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think I'm a legend, though.
Oh, I'm sorry. I am so sorry. Hey, you might not recognize because he doesn't have that legendary Kango on right now, or that brim on right now, you know. But a little walk this way, talk this way. You know, a little. It's tricky. You know. Y'all know what it is, man. Run DMC, man.
Adidas.
Yeah, my Adidas. Ooh, yeah, man. That's what I'm talking about, man.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah,
I'm glad you're here. Little story time.
Yeah.
The year is 1987, 88, 87, 88. Two little white guys in South Mississippi riding around in a Toyota Celica, a brown Toyota Celica with blown out speakers in the back.
Yeah.
Bumping Run DMC.
Yeah.
All through town.
Straight treble.
All straight treble. That's right.
Straight treble on max. That is awesome,
I mean,
man.
so many people have those memories across America.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Every state, for us coming out of Hollis, Queens, New York, we always wanted to make music. If it didn't matter if you was from Compton, didn't matter if you was from Beverly Hills, didn't matter if you was from Florida, didn't matter if you was from Canada. We wanted to do something that was a universal representation of everybody.
Absolutely, and y'all did it very well, man. Very well. To the max.
Absolutely. I got one question. What inspired you guys?
Well, for me, when I was growing up in Queens, 1970s rock and roll was my inspiration.
Yeah.
If you remember Harry Chapin, Jim Croce, Bob Dylan, so that's why I call myself the king of rock.
Gotcha.
Now, the thing that inspired us was, that's why I said I don't think I'm a legend. I think the real pioneers and legends is all the boys and girls from the Bronx before recorded hip hop, before Rapper's Delight.
Yeah.
Because those boys and girls, they created the culture, they created the style, they created the music, they created the rhymes, they created the art, you know, with the graffiti and everything. So when you're a little kid and you're growing up watching American Bandstand, and you're watching Soul Train, and you're seeing all of these groups from R&B and soul and rock and stuff like that, you're not thinking that's possible for you.
Yes.
So when hip hop came over the bridge in Queens, for me particularly, I was like, I want to be a rock and roll star.
Yeah.
I want Elvis to bow down when he sees me.
Yeah.
I want Mick Jagger to get up off the throne and tell me I could sit there. But at the same time, collectively, soul music and black music, I'm a kid. So that's my mother and father's music.
Yes.
But I'm hearing Al Green. I'm hearing Marvin Gaye. I'm hearing Aretha Franklin. So when hip hop came over the bridge, it was like, oh shoot, you can tell stories over music about who you are.
Yeah.
So collectively, we was inspired by the Beatles and Led Zeppelin and all of that to be musicians.
Yeah.
But we couldn't play instruments like my man over there. So we took the vinyl and stole, samples the music we was listening to. So the inspiration was from Stevie Wonder, Michael Jackson, George Clinton, Parliament Funkadelic, funk music, but also, the Beatles and Led Zeppelin and all the greats like that.
Man, so, did you see it coming to this point? This is a milestone year.
50 years
We're
of hip hop.
talking, yeah, August 11th,
Crazy.
1973 was the date that they
Exactly.
hip hop, right?
Who heard through a party in the projects?
Yeah, and birthed
know.
hip hop.
And
right?
gave birth to hip hop.
So 50 years later, the Grammys, right, paying homage. I watch the Grammys once every so often.
Right.
I was tuned in
For that.
like nobody's business this year.
I mean, from Flash to Future.
yeah.
You know what I'm
Amazing
saying?
performance and
Yeah.
amazing entertainment show,
Well,
right?
to answer your question, it's crazy. For us, it was just hip hop right there in the neighborhood. That's what we was doing. I never saw the vision because it was just fun to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I grew up a kid loving comic books, so hip hop for me, I'm pretending to be like Grandmaster Flash and Melly Mel, Kaz and Kumo D, the same way a kid would pretend to be Captain America, Iron Man, or even Superman.
Yeah.
But I remember, rest in peace, JL DJ Jason Mizell. in the early years, I'm talking about when we first came out, 83, 84, even in 1986 when we had Walker Swing and Adidas popping, when we would always get asked, Jay would simply say this, yeah, I knew it was always going to be big because it was so big to me.
Yeah.
And I thought about that. I guess it doesn't matter what art form or representation or presentation you have. You know, music and art and sculpture and finger painting and sports, we all have a lot in common. It's a process. But Jay said it was so big to me. So I was like, wow. For Jay, it was like touching that turntable for the first time is no different from a football player touching that ball the first time. But I didn't see it dominating and being well received as it is now.
Absolutely, man. And
Yep.
Adidas, man, like they might not have a company.
Say that again. Say that again.
Personally, I have sponsored several pairs of shell toes.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you
know what I'm
very
saying?
much. Yes,
Like,
sir. Yes, sir.
Like y'all were like the original. Y'all were like, were y'all before Michael Jordan even?
Yes, yeah. We was
With the
talking
shoe
about that.
deals.
We were. And what's crazy is, and I tell all of these young people this, there is nothing impossible. There's nothing that you can't do. We just basically made a record about the sneakers we love. Because we're rapping about everything. Mary, and Peter Piper was like, what are we going to do next? Let's make a record about our sneakers we love. And it's that simple, but we was the first. Jordan came after us. We was the first non-athletic entity to receive a sports endorsement from a major company. That is mind-blowing. You know, and one of the reasons that I think what Run DMC and Adidas did is bigger than just having a deal because it meant something to people.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It meant integrity. It meant something that was positive. It was something that brought us all together. So when I wrote my rhyme, I didn't just want to say, oh, I'm DMC, I'm getting money, I got more sneakers than you. One of the motivations for the rhyme is when I in Holecek, in all the neighborhoods across America, a lot of the young people was getting judged. And it was like, yo, you see those kids with the fresh sneakers and the gold chains and the jewelry. Now, they was partially right. Those are the drug dealers. Those are the problems. But I had friends around me that worked 3 jobs to get a pair of these.
Oh yeah.
I had friends around me that did legitimate, you know, worked at the fish market, worked at the grocery store, and worked at the old folks' home to get to sneakers and jewelry. So I just wanted to do something to say, don't judge a book by its cover.
Absolutely.
Because you never know what's inside of that young people.
Absolutely,
and I guess Adidas
man.
saw that.
Yeah.
And one of the things about Run DMC, I mean, we probably said a cuss words on 2 of our, out of our whole catalog, maybe 2 records. So Adidas saw that, yo, these guys are cool. They have a positive image that can relate.
See, that's exactly what I was gonna get back to because originally, hip hop was not what it is today. Hip hop was feel good, party music. Wasn't cussing. It was a positive message.
It wasn't
to bring people together, not to tear people apart, right?
Yes, and you gotta understand that across politics, across religion, across entertainment, ignorance, violence, and disrespect is used as a false sense of power.
Yes.
Now, I remember when we came into this business, it was considered ghetto, but cool to be negative and vulgar and stuff like that. Grandmaster Caz, I saw Grandmaster Caz and Melly Mel in an interview. He said, we created hip hop so that the young people wouldn't have to do these things. So they wouldn't glorify it. Now you gotta understand, the message was saying this is what it is. But Planet Rock, remember Planet Rock, rock to the planet, said this is what it could become. Now the entertainment business has embraced the negativity and violence because as we know, that's what people want to see.
Absolutely.
But Ice-T, Ice-T and Ice Cube, Dr. Dre and them, they said Run DMC make positivity gangster.
Yeah, man.
So we was just trying, hip hop was just trying to say, you come from a negative place, but you can do something that's positive and powerful and impactful to change the world. And I think, let's look at what hip hop really did, what it created. A lot of people think hip hop just created rappers. But I travel the world. Yo, D, I'm a journalist. I'm a doctor. I'm a lawyer. I'm a stylist. Hip hop inspires the young people no matter what your circumstances is. you can do anything.
Absolutely. You can be more than your surroundings.
Exactly,
right?
exactly. And
Absolutely,
once you
man.
get to that place, you do something that represents so that the other kids can understand they can do it too.
Yeah, man.
We were just talking about Rakim and the DLC.
Yes.
You know, I meet all of it, and that's why I say am I a legend? Because what they do is legendary too.
Hold on, is he a legend? Yes, you are a legend, certified.
I guess we're all legends because without people experiences, those legendary stories don't get told.
Absolutely,
right?
yeah, you're right about that. So tell me this, breakdancing and hip hop, was it like peanut butter and jelly?
Yeah. Well, you know what? Breakdancing came first.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Breakdancing came. It was the deal when Herc dropped those beats. The breakdancers hit the floor.
Yeah.
And what had happened was everything is always an evolution. It got to the point where when the breakdancers was dancing, the DJ every now and then would say, "Get out your seat and dance to the beat."
Yeah.
My name is Cool Herc or whatever. My name is Flash. It got to the point where they couldn't talk and DJ at the same time. So it's like, yo, Martin, come over here. You take this mic, you do all the speaking, and then the rapping came later.
Now it's like, we the best, you know, DJ Khaled, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah. And DJ Khaled makes a whole record and doesn't have one lyric on
And
that
just
thing.
said, we the best throughout the whole thing. Exactly.
Man.
Put his self-shout. First it was shouting out people. But here's what's funny. Kaz and Mel said it wasn't always about the self. The original idea of guys on the mic was back in the day when they was doing those house parties. It was like, hey, yo, Tony, man, your mother's downstairs. She's it was like a PA system to tell kids, yo, ass gotta go home.
Yeah. Hey, the street light is on. What are you doing around this corner right now?
Yeah, my mother used to say, boy, when that street light come on, you have your butt in this house.
Yes.
So in the house, you had to have imagination. So like I said earlier, I was a kid that grew up loving comic books.
Yeah.
And you had to ask me when I first got here. I love the Pittsburgh Steelers, Jack Lambert, Jack Ham, Rocky Flyer.
Yeah.
They was like a superhero team to me.
Yeah.
And, you know, but all of them, Ken Stabler,
Mean
Dave
Joe Green,
Casper,
those guys, yeah.
So they were like superheroes. So I was that kid in the house reading comic books, watching 70s football, listening to 70s rock and roll while my mother and father was listening to Al Green and Marvin Gaye. And when hip-hop came over the bridge, it allowed me to let all of that out.
Yeah. And R.I.P. Franco Harris, legendary running back, man, for sure.
Yeah.
So looks like you're getting into the writing game right here, man. And you mentioned comic books. Me and my microphone right here. Can you tell us a little bit about me and my microphone, man?
About 7 years ago, a friend of mine found out that I was in the comic books and said, you should start a comic book company. I was like, really? He said, yeah. So he said, you can't use Marvel, you can't use DC, you can't use Image, can't use Valiant. What are you going to call it? So, you know, the initials of my name, D's for doing it all of the time, N's for the rhymes, C's for cool ass could be. I was like, okay, I'm Daryl. I'm going to be making comics. So I'm going to call my comic book company Daryl Makes Comics, DMC.
That's awesome.
This particular issue right here is a song we just released. It's produced by Bumpy Knuckles. A lot of people might know him as Freddie Fox. He produced it. He's not rapping on it. It features, check this out, Ice-T, DMC, Chuck D, and DJ Jazzy Jeff.
Jazzy Jeff on the ones and twos.
Jazzy Jeff. Big shout out to Jazzy Jeff. Big shout out to Will Smith. I just did an interview with Will Smith for his podcast that's getting ready to come along. So it was another way for me to express and promote and do something that will inspire, motivate, but at the same time educate. I don't think it's a false statement to say that there's a generation gap.
Yeah.
It's an information gap.
Yeah.
And the information gap is because there's a communication gap.
Absolutely.
The OGs need to speak with the young Gs and say,
Man.
here's where we all are now, but if we come together, there's no telling where we can go. So the same thing, I did the comic book because my buddy, shout out to Riggs Morales, he was an A&R over there at Shady Records with Eminem's company.
Yeah.
Now he's at Warner Atlantic. But he was the guy who said, D, do the book because you can do the same thing you've done with your music. I'm like, what? Inspire, motivate, educate, plus give kids something to hold and look
Give them a
at.
message, man.
Give them a message.
Incredible art, man. It's just very
thank you.
cool, bro.
Yeah, that's an artist called Dave Pro. I like to work with artists, like real artists that paint and draw and stuff like that. But also in Stephen Harris, he did the artwork inside.
Very
so
cool.
what's cool about me being DMC and this hip hop rock and roll thing, all of us grew up together. Like you said, you was in the brown car with the blown speakers riding through. So it doesn't matter if you're black, white, Puerto Rican, male, or female. We all coming up together.
Absolutely.
But when I mentioned that I was doing a comic book, all the artists and the writers and the anchors and the pencilers that work with Marvel and DC, they act like they never did. I'm talking about guys that did Captain America, Spider-Man, Wolverine. Yo, DMC, can I do something for you?
Wow.
Because of what my music did to them.
Absolutely.
And like we said, inspiration's a two-way street.
Yeah, and
you know what I'm saying?
How astounding is it to you, the impact that you had on so many different people?
Across genres, across careers and stuff like that. It's astounding.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy,
It's some comic book stuff. It's astounding. It's astounding.
So you got something for the kids and something for the grown folks. If you like to read in the, in your
Leisure.
on the leisure time on the porcelain throne, what do they call it?
Here's what's
10 ways not to commit suicide, and this is a very big issue these days.
Yes,
right?
mental health.
So, can you tell us a little bit about this and how this even came about, man?
I'm not dead yet, so that's my memoir up till now.
Yeah.
So it's got to be another one, when I get 90 or 100, whatever.
Yeah.
But that's my memoir up to now.
Part 2.
What happened was in 93, one of the greatest producers in the game, Pete Rock. Pete Rock and CL Smooth, shout out to Pete Rock. And he hates when I say this. Pete Rock saved Run DMC's career.
Wow.
The same way they say Run DMC saved Aerosmith's career when we did One
Wow,
Way. Because we did the Down with the King song, and they recreated our Sucker MC rhyme, the first record we ever made.
Back when MTV actually played music videos. Yeah.
So we did the song and then we did the video. The video in 93 put us back on the charts, back on the road, back on MTV. And if you look at the video, everybody in hip hop showed up to show us love.
Yeah, man.
The very next day after that, after my return to the throne, I woke up and I wanted to kill myself.
Wow.
And I didn't know why. I just woke up and you know what happened? It was this void in me. And I didn't know what was going on right now. And I sat there and I was like, okay, I'm Daryl McDaniels from Hollis, Queens, New York. Byford's my father, Ben is my mother, my brother's Alfred. You remember the rhyme. Son of Byford, brother of Al. Ben is my mother, runs my pal. It's McDaniels, not McDonald's. These rhymes are Daryl's, those burgers are Ronald's. I wrote down my family tree, my mother, my father, my brother, and me. All right, I got family, me running Jay, we made all these records, Adidas, they'll walk this way, boom, bang. You know what I'm saying? We've been surviving for the last 33 decades of hip hop. What is wrong with me? I should be happy right now. And I didn't know what it was. So long story of it, this feeling, this emotion, this feeling. Now, we all work on feelings.
Absolutely.
And you can have money, you could have prestige and all that. The most important thing is feeling good about who you are and what you do.
Yeah.
So this was my experience coming to terms with that. I didn't feel comfortable with this void that was missing.
Yes.
So everybody was looking at the lifestyles of the rich and famous. First to go gold, first to go platinum, first on the cover Rolling Stone, first with the sneaker deals. That wasn't satisfying to me. And this feeling that I had, I didn't want to live with it no more. So I decided to kill myself.
Wow.
And when I decided to kill myself, something funny happened. I was in Yugoslavia getting ready to jump off a roof, saying tomorrow morning they're gonna wake up and CNN and Fox News and everybody gonna have it. But then I heard a voice, D, you can't do this yet.
Yeah.
It didn't say don't do it, it just said you can't do it yet. And I was like, why? They don't know who you are. And I'm like talking to myself, man, Run DMC, Daryl, first you go, no.
They know this character.
They don't know the little boy. So check this out. This is what brought the book about. I jumped down off the roof, I fly back home from Europe, and I decided, not this book, the first book, I did a book prior to this. And I said, I want to do this book and I want to go, what's up world? You know me, I'm Daryl McDaniels, 1/3 of the groundbreaking rap group Run DMC. First to go gold, first to go platinum, first on the cover Rolling Stone, first with the sneaker deals, all that stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm really just Daryl McDaniels. No different from any boy or girl on the face of the earth. I was born May 31st, 1964, and I stopped right there. And I tried it again. I was born May 31st, I realized all I knew about me being here on this earth was my birthday.
Wow.
So just to make it more interesting for the reader, I call up my mother. Hey, Mom, I didn't say I'm going through these emotions, which I should have, though.
Yeah.
Don't be ashamed to tell people how you feel, even if you feel bad.
Yeah.
I should have said something to my mother, but I didn't. I just said, Mom, how much did I weigh? She told me. What time you was born? She told me. What hospital? I love you, I love you. I hung up the phone. Here's the killer. An hour later, she calls back with my father. hey, son, we have something else to tell you. Now, I'm thinking she's going to say, well, there was a power outage in the hospital when you gave birth to you and you was born by candlelight.
Yeah.
She hit me with this. We have something else to tell you. I was like, okay, what? You was a month old when we brought you home and you're adopted, but we love you.
wow.
I found out I was an alcoholic, suicide, and metaphysical spiritual wreck, was about to jump, who found out that he was adopted at age 35. Hold up.
Wow.
Then Jam Master Jay gets shot and killed. And then my father dies. So imagine what I was going through. It wasn't until I met another adoptive person, I didn't feel alone anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, like that.
Yeah.
And that adoptive person said, D, you can get help. So to stop drinking, they had to tell me what you need to do is search for your birth mother. Maybe you'll find an answer there. And now people who are adopted, you don't have to.
Yeah.
Because this was me rewriting the beginning of my
For sure.
story. But the reason why I searched for my birth mother, and that's the reason I went to rehab and then found therapy, was this. A famous adoptee lady who's not celebrity. She's just famous for saying this. And this is what killed me, Jay.
Yeah.
She said, the reason why you should search, Darryl, you never start a book from chapter 2.
Man.
So my life as DMC was being lived. So when I returned to the stage, it was the universe saying, D, you need to find out what's going on. So
Yeah.
long story short, I went to rehab to stop drinking. And when I went to rehab, I found the most powerful thing a man, woman, boy, girl, kid could ever do. Therapy.
Yeah.
And what that does is, all you do is talk about how you feel, and if you're angry,
Yeah.
if you're mad, it's okay.
Yeah.
So
Express yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I put the book out, not to say I can solve it.
Yeah.
I put the book out to say the mighty king of rock, who walked his way in his Adidas to tell the world how tricky, if I could do it,
Yeah.
imagine what you could do. Do not be ashamed to say that you're weak, struggling, and you need help.
Yeah.
Because when you do that, I don't care how strong you are, I don't care how famous you are, I don't care how capable you are. That's a real show of power.
Insane, man.
And that got me right here.
Yeah,
if
man.
I didn't go to get therapy,
Yeah.
I wouldn't be sitting here
Yeah,
with y'all
bro.
guys.
Yeah.
Man.
Well, thank God for that therapy,
Yes,
man. It's
sir.
crazy. Not only did they not know who you were, you found out you didn't even know who you were yourself,
yes,
man.
Yep,
So
yep, for sure.
closing that gap, bro, I'm sure did
Oh, for sure.
wonders for you, bro. It's
And
incredible.
the other thing is this: when I first was in depression,
Yeah.
everybody does this. I don't care what it is. Whatever you've been through, you sit there and go, oh, woe is me, I'm the only person. When I started speaking about what I was going through, the whole world said, me too.
Yeah.
We all are going through something. And one person hit me with this: yo, DMC, what if I ain't got the budget to go to therapy?
Yeah.
I speak to little kids. There's always somebody in your life, in your darkest hour, even if it don't bring a smile to your face, when you think of that person, it brings a smile to your soul. Imagine tell one little kid, okay, you don't want to tell your mother and your father and your siblings. Who's the person that you like the most? I like the librarian. This is a 5th grader.
Yeah.
I said, anytime you're feeling down or bad, go pull Miss Brown to the side and tell her how you feel. So this little kid was struggling because he was a foster care kid and everybody knew
Yeah.
that he was a foster kid in
Yeah.
school. And he would get teased and bullied.
Kids are real mean.
Yeah,
Yeah.
real mean.
Yeah.
So the
No
next
filter.
time he felt bad, he went to the librarian, and the principal called me back and said, D, you don't know what happened. He went to the librarian, Mr. DMC, tells me I need
Mr.
to find
DMC.
something because I'm old now. I'm not the cool DMC. I'm okay because his father and mother like me.
Yeah,
But I made it
yeah.
to Mister. Told me that anytime I feel bad, find somebody to talk about my feelings. It's not good to hold it in. So she says, what's the matter with you? Well, I'm a foster kid and, I'm hoping to get adopted, blah, 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 this, boom, bang. The principal said the librarian was shocked, speechless, because the librarian had never told anybody this. She told that little kid, I've never told anybody this. Me too.
Yeah.
And when the kid found out
Yeah.
that there was somebody like him in his school, instead of walking to school like this, for the rest of that year, he walking in there like, I ain't
Chest
alone.
up, chin up,
Teased,
absolutely.
I'm a foster kid,
Man,
so what?
It's so crazy you say this because we wouldn't have a show if it were not for, this is therapy right here. Former athlete, former military right here. And one thing that we all have in common, right, is once we left that locker room, once we left that the comrades and the base and the people that we were familiar, the structured life of everyday, we know.
Yeah, you're so accustomed.
I got my boys here.
Yes.
I'm used to doing this 7 o'clock to 10 p.m. I know what's going down. I know who I'm gonna be around. And then all of a sudden, boom, it's done.
Yeah.
I'm out here on my own, and it's the loneliest feeling in the world, right? So we set up this
100%.
platform to invite other military, other athletes to come and talk
Salute.
about it. You are somebody.
For real.
What are you doing
Yes.
now? How can we help?
Yeah.
How can we provide a platform
You
to
have a
speak on what you're
story.
doing now? Yeah, man, because you're
That's
you're more
beautiful.
than the game. That is not who you are. But
Yep.
as athletes, as military, we so
Yeah.
long identified as that person,
Yep.
right? Identified as that ball player, that military guy. You know what I mean? But
especially
that
with the
is not
statistics
who
with the military people.
Yeah,
but I'm
man.
just saying, like the athletes, when I heard, and what hurt me was when I heard Anthony Bourdain.
Yeah.
But what kills me is when I hear about in Jersey just last week, a little girl was getting bullied. She killed herself.
Man.
If this is beautiful because you're giving people access
Absolutely.
to see. You don't have to worry about what's going behind the closed doors because you're saying it's okay not to be okay because you can be okay by being not okay.
Yeah. You're
We're
not
all in this
alone.
together.
You're
Yeah,
not
yeah, yeah.
alone, and there's healthiness in opening,
for sure.
opening yourself up to that vulnerability.
And,
You know
that's
what
why I
mean?
did the book, because people read the book and say, you know what, D? I'm going to go. And that's all we know.
Yeah.
I'm going to go speak to somebody.
Hey guys, 10 ways
Not to commit
suicide right here. Y'all go pick this book
Yes,
up
pick it up, pick it up.
today,
It's
man.
like a good
when you
album.
get back home. Matter of fact, you're hanging out, in Puerto Rico, enjoy yourself. But when you get back home, you go pick this book up, man, and go read it, man. So, Mr. DMC,
In the
as the
place to
gentleman
be,
called
and
you.
this is the place to be.
Rocking your Adidas.
Yes, if
You
this
know what I
wasn't,
mean?
I'm DMC in a place to be.
Yeah.
I know a lot about places to be. This is the place to be because if it wasn't meant for me to be here, I wouldn't be here.
Wouldn't be
So
here.
this is DMC.
Yeah.
Is the place to be.
Hey, so back when you were back on that roof back in the Gap, God knew you was gonna be in Puerto Rico
Exactly.
in 2023.
Yep, for sure.
What's today's date? I can't remember. I'm sorry, I had too many
It's
drinks
Super
last
Bowl
night.
Sunday.
That's Super Bowl Sunday. So speaking of Super Bowl Sunday,
Yes.
should these people put their money on your pick? You tell me right now. I know you're a Steelers fan.
Right, okay.
Do you have that much confidence?
I love Kansas City because I love Andy Reid. I
Yeah.
think he's the funniest coach ever.
Yeah. Hey.
But those Eagles are playing with this momentum.
Yes, they are.
I don't want to use the word intensity because Kansas City is going. They're playing with this exciting momentum.
Yeah.
And it seems like all might not go wrong because Hurts is there.
For sure.
But if I had to say, well, I have to do this. I was just with Charlie Mack first out the limo, and I was just with Will Smith. So just because I was with Will, I don't want him mad at me. I love you, Will. Thank you.
The Fresh Prince of Bel Air.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with Philly just because they're down the block from New York. And hold up, this is a joke though. I'm gonna go with Philly because they're down the block from New York. If I don't go with them, you heard about those fans.
Yeah, man.
I don't want them to hunt me down and kick my behind. So I'm riding with Philly
There's some
right
crazies
now.
out there in Philly,
it's
man. There's
crazy,
some crazies out there, man.
Do other stadiums have jails in the basement?
Oh my gosh, I don't know.
Yes, Philly has
I don't
a
know.
jail in the basement.
Yeah, that's crazy.
They'll take you.
Yeah, Philly.
Yeah, but I'm gonna go with Philly. But I love Andy Reid, and I'm a home. So y'all take
So
your
speaking of Andy Reid, right? And this is another reason why I do not want Philly to win.
Okay.
14 NFC division championships as the Philadelphia Eagles coach.
Yes.
Never won the Super Bowl as the Philadelphia Eagles coach. Now he finds himself in the Super Bowl against the
them.
Philadelphia
You know what?
Eagles.
Go get him, Andy.
Go get him, Andy
Go get
Reid,
him.
man. That man has
They
been
fired
through.
you.
Yeah, man. That man's been through
That's
hell.
right, man.
Yeah, bro. Like, come on, man.
He needs
I want to
wave
see
the
Andy come out.
trophy in their face.
Yeah, I want to see Andy come out on top, man.
right, yeah.
But man, Daryl, man, I can't even say that. DMC, man, it's been an absolute pleasure, man. Thank you so much for joining us today, man.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Oh my gosh, Steve Mignano. Oh my gosh. Shout out New Orleans, Louisiana in the building. That's what I'm talking about. New Orleans finest. The greatest sounds come out of that place. I don't even know, man. I don't even know. But let me start this segment off right. Let me start this segment off right. Hook 'em horns, right? Man, legend after legend after legend. I hope you guys are enjoying this show today, man, because we are really having a good time, man. Thank you all so much. When you get back, please go to your cell phone, your computer, whatever it may be. Go to YouTube, youtube.com/@Noonish, NOONISH. And we're never on time, so we're true to our name. I just want to let you know that right now. All right, so. Yes. So thank you very much, Miss Liz. Thank you very much. Don't need to pass that down the line. Okay. Bloody Mary. And we're back, man. You gotta get it right, dog. Man, we got a very special guest in the building, man. I already told him, man. You know, everybody's making a big deal about the quarterbacks in this game, and we got the original Texas stud in the building right now. You know, Rookie of the Year, NCAA national champion for the University of Texas Longhorns. See how big this man is.
Madden cover.
Imagine. You hit USC fans. You know, I understand. Hey, if I were you, I'd be saying that too, bro. Hey, he ripped your heart out, and he still got your heart in his hands right now. You know, just beating like this.
You're living rent free.
Yeah, man.
What they call it, rent
Reggie
free.
Bush. You mean Reggie Shush? This is Vince Young time, baby. This is what I'm talking about, baby. Let's go. So, VY, man, happy to have you, man. Very excited, man. So tell me, what does this mean to you to see these quarterbacks in the evolution? It was Michael Vick, then it was Vince. Hold on, let me take it back. It was Warren Moon, then Steve McNair, then Michael Vick, and then Vince Young. It's been an evolution of this quarterback that has taken place, and now we have two playing the biggest game of the season. Kansas City Chiefs, Philadelphia Eagles. How does that make you feel to see that evolution of the black athletic quarterback?
I'm proud of it. Like you said, you got guys like Ronnie Cunningham, you got
Randall.
Donovan McNabb.
my gosh,
So the list goes on.
Yeah.
And have an opportunity to watch those young men grow up. You know, they from Texas.
Yep.
You know, watching Patrick Mahomes since he was a kid, and watching Jalen Hurts since he was a kid. You know, for them to play on this statue, man, I'm proud of them. They're doing really good for the state of Texas, and let the best man win.
Yeah. So let's take this back, man. Let's take this back to Pasadena. You know.
Yeah, let's get there. I was on the 6th row.
Let's
gotta
take
go
this.
there.
Let's take this.
Because you're here.
Let's take this. And it's in my face. I can't help, Mr. Coach Carrier. I can't help myself right now. You know, Coach Carrier. So let's take this back to Pasadena, right? Was it 4th down, right? Got about, 20 seconds, 10 seconds on the clock? 8 seconds on the clock?
No, 19. I'm sorry.
19? 19 seconds on the clock. All right, we got a young man under center. Whole world's against him. In the fire of the storm, like in the eye of the storm, right? In the middle of the fire, right? I don't know how much UT fans, I know UT travels well, but I don't know if you're going to fill up that stadium.
Yeah, we was
in there.
We was there.
Yeah. So that moment, can you take me back to that moment what did those eyes see, and how did you feel? Was there a calm about yourself in that moment? Because it certainly looked like it.
Where it wasn't.
Yeah.
It was.
I was nervous.
Shit.
Yeah.
And, you know, a lot of people forget is one of the hardest things as playing quarterback is catching a snap. Because sometimes your center might get nervous and he'll just shoot it back there.
Yeah.
So first of all, that was the main thing because they were showing blitz. So I'm in my mind like, send line, don't you toss this ball back here and it goes over my head or it goes down. So I had to make sure I secure the catch first.
Yeah.
And then after that, man, you know, Pete Carroll, a good friend of mine and a legendary coach as well that I have a lot of respect for.
Yep.
He ran that same blitz a couple of times, you know. And, you know, my first thing I was trying to do was throw the ball to my favorite tight end, David Thomas, to get the first down.
Yeah.
And it didn't happen, so I went through my progression, and I came back and seen a lane. And, you know, like I tell this story, I'm a big fan of Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
I'm like, run, Forrest, run.
Yeah. So it wasn't already premeditated in your mind.
Well, I mean, you know, before we left Austin, Coach asked that question.
Yeah.
He said, if the game was on the line, what play would you call?
Oh, got you.
And I said quarterback sneak.
Yeah.
Obviously put the ball in my hands.
Yeah.
And, you know, being a coach, you always let a coach be a coach, player be a player.
Yeah.
And he was like, well, that's called a pass play that gives you an option to throw it and run it.
Absolutely.
And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Why you are the coach?
Yeah.
And it happened just like that. You know, like I said, I went through my progression trying to get the first down, and I'm coming to my third option, and all I saw was a lane, and instincts just take off.
And the rest is history.
And the rest was history.
Yeah. And as you say, you saw that.
I know my man coach don't like that over there, but I'm not gonna throw that in his
Hey,
face.
it's all good. It wasn't y'all's time.
Yeah.
It was like a Cowboy
No,
fan.
it was their time.
It was like a Cowboy
They had an
fan.
unbelievable team. I know
They
that.
did.
Yeah.
They
Like
did.
a Cowboy fan that broke the TV.
Exactly.
Why we got to bring the Cowboys into this thing, man?
Well, you wearing it.
You know,
You
but hey,
wearing it.
in 05, baby. Hey, all I'm saying, I'm gonna take
Eagles
what I
fly,
can get.
baby. Go
Oh
Eagles
my
fly.
God,
Eagles fly.
So talking about the Eagles, right? So you were really a part of the original Dream Team
Yeah.
coined, right? Michael Vick, Nnamdi Asomugha.
The actor now, yeah, he's an actor now.
How you say that? Nnamdi
Yeah,
Asomugha?
my brother, my brother.
Yeah, my guy, you know, Samoa. Yeah, heck of a cornerback, right?
heck of a cornerback.
And everybody came into the season and was like, this team is the team to beat.
We had the
Period.
team. We had the team. It was just we started late with our chemistry-wise. You know, we started off really bad.
Yeah.
And then towards Buffalo, like I think week 6, we got on our little rhythm, and then we was a game short from not making a playoff. But when I made that statement, you know, they went crazy about it when I used that dream team. But in my mind, this was a dream of a team.
Yeah.
As a head coach, you got Samuel, you got Mike Vick, you got Shady McCoy, you got Deshaun Jackson, and I mean, you got
Weapons all over the field.
So as a head coach, that's what I meant, but they took it out of proportion, you know.
Yeah,
but at the
of
same
course.
time, in my mind, that was a dream team.
Yeah, it was. Regardless of the end result,
Exactly.
on paper,
Yeah.
you guys were like studs, man. So, you know, coming in, you know, I'm gonna take it back further. I know I started there. I kind of jumped ahead of myself. I don't want to get there just yet.
No, you're good.
But coming in as a rookie to the Tennessee Titans, right? Grew up an Oilers fan. First of all, how much pride did you have playing for the Titans, knowing that was the former Oilers team?
Yeah, I mean, one thing that I did as a kid, I always worked at the carnival and the rodeo in Houston. So I always had access to, you know, go to the games when the Oilers was playing. So I was an Oilers fan since I was a kid with Warren Moon, Lorenzo White, you know, Ernest Givens, Haywood Jeffries, Ray Churchman. Like, I used to watch those guys since I was a kid. And, you know, when I got drafted by those guys, and then we put the Oilers helmet and jersey
throwbacks.
on. I was just, I'm like, I'm in the mirror like,
that
baby blue
and red. Yeah,
so
man.
it was like, man, like, you know, God works in mysterious ways. I didn't get a chance to get drafted by the Houston Texans, but I still got drafted by the original team from Oilers. So
Incredible.
I was happy to play with Bud Adams. You know, he's a legendary in Houston.
Yeah.
You know, I hated that, you know, him and Mr. McNair had to break off and do their own thing. But I've been knowing Mr. Adams since I was a kid. I used to work for Mr. Adams as well.
Yeah.
I used to sell cars for him when I was little.
Yeah.
And to get drafted by him, it was amazing, man. So,
Well, you know, the Houston Texans is just like a glorified arena football league team. You know, they somehow almost beat the Cowboys this year.
Right.
Like, geez, Louise, come on, Dak.
But that's
Come
good,
on,
man. We got my man D'Amico. We got D'Amico Ryan down there. That's gonna be pretty good.
Oh
man.
yeah.
That's gonna be good.
They weren't a bad team.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
I mean, it's the first time I've ever seen fire 2 coaches after 1 season back to back. You know, like what can you do as a coach?
The city is upset about that.
Take
stuff.
that check. Take
They
that
ain't upset
check.
about that new hire though.
No, they're not.
Everybody's
I think that was
exactly
a
excited.
Yeah, that was a great
about
move.
it.
That was a great move, man. That was a great
They
move.
got work.
Yeah, so coming back to Philly, man. So really, like, who are you going for in this game? Because you got your Philly ties, but you also have ties to Andy Reid, and we just spoke about that whole situation with Andy Reid going back, playing against a team that he groomed for the most part. You know what I mean? Like, they still have a lot of his personality and a lot of his traits. Very different team, but Andy Reid's his footprints on that team, bro.
Yeah, and just hearing DMC talk about it, man. It's them fans is crazy in Philly, And when we had that season that we was supposed to win, they was talking so much bad about Andy Reid, and he got fired or whatever. Yeah. But the legacy he left there, Doug Peterson, he ended up going there and winning the Super Bowl. Right. The legacy he started. So I'ma always scream. Go green, Eagles fly all day.
Yeah. You never like the Cowboys, bro? Like never? Ever?
Now the Cowgirls, you guys y'all some different kind of fans, man. And the reason why y'all keep losing is because y'all brag too damn much.
Hey,
just win and be quiet.
I tell y'all this. And they can vouch. They can vouch. I'm a realist when it comes to the Cowboys. I'm not one of them like hallucinating dudes. Like
He is.
I'm a realist.
Jackass on a regular basis.
Yeah,
but
bro,
I'm saying like not him. I'm just saying like I get a
in
text
general,
message, they're like, man, we won. I'm like, yup, you just jinxed your team. They finna lose.
Yeah, man.
So stop bragging and then just let it play out. And Jerry
bro.
does that the most when he get to talking. I'm like, just be quiet.
Yeah, so I take my same mentality from baseball over to the Cowboys. I got low. I keep my expectations low, right? I don't want to get way up here after win because I do not have faith in them, bro. Because I just know at some point it's gonna be a pick six. At some point. So
y'all got a good team though. You got a really good team, man.
Yeah, man. So I mean, what's going on now, bro? Like, living life, looking good, got the gray, man. You may want to grow my beard back out, bro. Like,
you gotta appreciate the grades.
Yeah,
man. It means life.
Yeah.
I mean, look at my producer, man. It means life, man. So yeah, man, I'm enjoying life, man. Enjoying being a dad right now, man. Playing sports. It's a lot of time we don't get to hang out with our family and our kids and stuff like that. So. To go to my nephew's football game, to go see my niece in the band, go see my other niece run cross country. I don't know why she doing it, but hey to you.
Oh my God.
She just got second place in cross country.
Wow.
I'm like, just to be there to support them like they've been supporting me throughout the years, and being there for my son, man. He got his schedule.
So.
Oh my God.
Hey,
So I just stay busy with that stuff, man.
Hey man, I got to bring something up. So we had your former teammate on. Hook'em. Number 4,
Roy
Williams.
Mr. Williams.
Had Mr. Williams on the show, and he brought up a topic, He brought up a topic, the original Spygate. If y'all don't know, we got OU legend in the building. We have UT legend in the building. These guys aren't supposed to get along, right? From what I understand. Okay, so from what Roy was saying, there were several years in a row that OU just somehow beat the brakes off Texas.
Beat the brakes. Gave us
40, setting records year after year by the worst loss ever.
Man.
And come to find out, Roy tells us that we had a snake in the building. We said that they had an equipment man sending tape, out to OU to Bob Stoops, and the original Spygate took place, man. Is there any truth to this story right now? Did you hear anything about that?
that sound about right as an OU guy, That sound about right as an OU. You gotta watch those guys. They might sneak up in there.
Betty Sneaky was my Mr. D preference right there. Betty
Come give you a hug, give you dad. Hey, how you doing? But underneath them, you take their shirt off, they got OU tatted on their chest.
Yeah. So how big is that rivalry? Like, if the rest of the world don't know, and if you don't, you must not watch any sports ever, because Texas OU is like a serious rivalry that everybody knows about. Like, how impactful was that game for you every year?
Man, I mean,
forward
just, been walking on campus on University of Texas and knowing that you have that type of rivalry, you can be a part of that.
Yeah.
Man, I mean, my first time I played in it, I just stood at the tunnel like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
At 11 a.m.?
Yeah.
And they was just out drinking and everybody's still back at the. So if you people, everybody out here that's hanging out, if y'all never experienced a Texas OU game, you definitely experience it. Not just the game, but the carnival, the food, the atmosphere. I mean, it's a tough rivalry. And then not along that we compete on the football field, and then we also, off the field are friends as well. So, it's a huge rivalry, man. And it's been going on for years, man.
Oh, you was made up of nothing but Texas dudes.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think it's
the ones
treason.
who didn't go to Texas, they can go to
Yeah, I think it's
so
treason.
they take it. Yeah, they like, okay, you didn't pick me, Coach Brown. I'm gonna beat your butt this year.
Yeah. So
Exactly. They used to beat our butt.
7 nationals.
Yeah.
So Joe Biden gave the State of the Union address this week.
Oh man, he did
So
a great job.
the state of Texas. I want you to give the state of Texas address right now. What is the state of University of Texas football right now in this moment in time?
Right now,
Is there any light at the end of the tunnel?
man, we suck right now, but we building, man. We building, man. We building. I mean, we got a really good coach. Coach Stark is doing a great job. He's building. He's getting the kids that he want. I mean, with this, actually, it's free agent to me.
Yeah.
It's transfer portal stuff, man.
Absolutely.
He's getting all the players that he want. Got a great coaching staff. Now the biggest thing is we just got to win.
Yeah.
We got 2 good quarterbacks with Ewers and little Manny coming in.
Yep.
Malik. We got like 3. Our
Guys that can
quarterback
go.
room is going to be very competitive.
Yeah.
So now we just got to get our offensive line and D-line together, get some blocking. But we got all the position, the main things that we need. So all we got to do is just win. We got some tough games. We got to play the Crimson Tide in Alabama this year. So that's going to be that's going to set our identity, who we are, that second game of the season. If we come out with a win in that game, I think we're going to have a good year.
Yeah, so what happened? How did it get to this point? Because every kid in Texas, and I would like to think of America, besides Mark Clayton, wanted to go to UT coming out of high school when I was coming up. And somehow, that just completely went away. What happened? Was there a certain event that took place, or was it just a deterioration over time?
Well, the main thing is, a lot of people don't know, we lost Houston.
Okay.
So now we only recruit really in Dallas.
You lost Houston. How's that? You're from Houston.
Yeah, if you notice, we don't have a lot of Houston players.
How's that possible after you going in and winning a national championship?
Well, it's just, recruiting, it's like you bring in a recruiting staff, a guy, and he's not probably familiar with the Houston area. Who is that guy who has the kid's ear and stuff like that? So now you got to start back all over and go build that relationship with whoever that guy is in Houston. So, I mean, you see a lot of Dallas people in our team. You see a lot of Austin guys.
Yep.
Now we got to start building back, those guys and kids that we got out of Houston. Because there's a lot of kids, talented kids coming out of Houston, and we missing them. And they going probably out of state, or they going to A&M, or they going to Oklahoma. And a lot of that stuff happens. So we got to continue to make sure we got a presence in Houston. So I think we've been missing that for a couple of years as well.
Yeah.
And on top of that, we got to stop going and getting these top prospect, these guys that's on TV a lot.
The prima donnas.
And let's go get these guys that's hungry, that's starving. And
that OU style.
Prime example of a guy is like a Tom Brady. That guy, was drafted.
Had a chip on the shoulder when he came in.
Go get the kids that's hungry. So I've been preaching that to Coach Stark, go get these kids that's hungry. Let's stop getting these prima donnas. And these people that's robots, and let's go get some athletes, man, that want to play the game.
Absolutely, man. That's crazy, man. I hope it comes back, because I think college football is much better when Texas is in that top 10 and competing.
Thomas always tells me, it's crazy not seeing y'all in the playoffs.
Yeah, man.
It sucks right now.
and for everybody. And now 2025 is coming around. UT and OU.
24.
Oh, coming this year or next year? 2024, they're coming around. So both going to the SEC. All right, there's a team that's already in the SEC that used to be in the Big 12 by the name of Texas A&M.
Right.
Right? How much is Texas looking forward to getting back to that rivalry game as well?
Well, that's definitely going to be huge.
Thanksgiving was everything
Yeah,
for me.
because the last time we played them, we won. So
Yeah.
That's all we talk about. We rub it in.
Kicked him out.
Yeah, we got
Get outta here.
Yeah, Tucker.
Yeah.
Tucker, my man Tucker hit the last game-winning kick field goal.
Yeah.
KT, the legend, over
Yeah.
in Baltimore.
Oh, I didn't even realize he was from Texas.
Yeah, UT, yeah.
And they got a Dicker. They got Dicker.
Dicker, yeah,
Get
Dicker
Dicker
too.
down in the game right now, bro. You know, he's good. He's good.
Oh man, it's gonna be fun, man. I mean, a lot of people kind of question it, but change is change. You know, just imagine, playing in Florida.
Yeah.
Playing in Georgia, like
Alabama, man.
Alabama,
That was already a classic. Instant
Tennessee.
classic first game of the season last
Yeah,
year.
going to Knoxville, like it's and we a big school like that. Like we just added on to our stadium. We hold 110,000 now. We got a great atmosphere. Like it's going to be big for a lot of those fans from these other colleges to come enjoy that type of stuff. So I'm a huge college football person. I love watching college football.
Yeah.
I love watching the pros too, but I love watching college football because they be more exciting.
Yeah.
And stuff like
It's
that.
a little more
So,
passion in that game,
And
right?
then also I'm a tailgate guy.
Yeah.
So I've been hearing about this LSU jambalaya that I cannot wait.
Yeah.
And fried alligator, like I
Yeah.
can't wait
Yeah.
to experience those tailgates with a lot of those fans.
It's going to be a lot of fun, man. A lot of fun. So I don't know if you know it, but there's a pretty big game happening today.
Super
I know
Bowl.
we talked about Jalen Hurts. Is it a Houston guy? Houston guy,
Challenge.
right? And then we got an East Texas guy, Pat Mahomes, right, playing in this game today. And just I don't know what to think about this game.
It's gonna be a good game.
I don't know what to
man.
think about this game. I know who I want to win, but what do you feel about this? Should the people put their chips on who you feel is going to win this game? Do you have that much confidence in that team?
Do not listen to me, guys. I done had a couple of tequila too, so please don't listen to me. But hey, go with your heart. If I was you, I'd do the side bets for sure.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes might throw for like 300, 400. I'll do some side bets.
Yeah.
Under over, but not like on the game. I
Yeah.
wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
I kind of stay away from that. But
For sure. Yeah. So who do you see taking this one, man?
I actually don't give a shit, but
Yeah.
I'm very proud and happy for a lot of those guys. I know a lot of those guys that play on that team. I know the owner, Mr. Hunt, over there with Kansas City. I mean, I got a lot of good relationship with Jeff Larry, with the Eagles. Like, I got a lot of relationship with both organizations, both coaches, both players.
What's your relationship with the current Philly coach?
I just know him from he coaching me as a young man, and going to quarterback camps. And
Okay,
stuff
got
like
you,
that.
got you.
So I got a relationship with him.
He's fairly young too, isn't
He's
he?
young too. So we same age.
Yeah.
So I got a lot of relationship with a lot of those guys. So I'm just want to see a good game.
Yeah.
I don't want to see no blowout.
Yeah, for sure.
Super Bowl.
I can't foresee that happening.
Right.
And if it is a blowout, I think it would be KC blowing out Philly. I don't know why,
The only reason I say that is because Philly got a good defense.
Yeah.
And the Eagles, Kansas City got a lot of rookies playing. So if those rookies step up on the defense side of the ball for Kansas City, it's going to be a long game.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be kind of hard to stop Jalen with the run game, and then you got Brown going over top. You're going to have to stay focused for 4 quarters.
Yeah.
Not 2 quarters, 3 quarters, 4 quarters. It's going to be that type of game. So
Man.
I think it's going to be a high-scoring game, though.
Yeah. Andy Reid.
It's going to be in the 40s for sure.
Andy Reid still your guy?
Andy is my guy. Let me tell you a story about Andy, man. Let me tell you, Andy is one of the humblest men I know. Like, he's a Mormon, so he stays at his office. He doesn't go home until Thursday because he has to. That's Mormon. They eat dinner together, stuff like that. But one of the things that I love about Andy, when I was going through my adversity and my struggles, I got a DWI, and the first, I got a relationship with Andy. We stay in contact. The first thing he called, he like, Vince, are you okay?
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I'm okay. I'm going through a lot, man. It's tough not playing the game anymore. Like, you know how tough it was, like, to say we're done, man. That was hard. And he was like, man, you might want to try to go to therapy.
Yeah.
Which, in our mind, we like, I don't need no therapy.
Yeah.
I can handle this myself. All I need is to take a couple of days off. But, after, the stuff he went through, losing his son, he did it.
Yeah.
And he was like, man, Vince, that was one of the best things I ever did was go get therapy.
Yeah.
And, a lot of us, we always talk to our friends, our mothers, or our pastors, but but they not certified
Yeah.
as a real life therapy. Yeah. So for me to go do that for 2 months, I think that was the best thing that ever happened to me.
Yeah.
Because I learned a lot about me, what frustrates me, what pisses me off, what's that triggers me.
Whys.
Or tools that can help me kind of, relax. Like I know how to, I cook like crazy now.
Yeah.
That's something I picked up.
Yeah?
Golf like crazy now.
Hey,
I'm
bro.
a wine guy like crazy.
We gonna see you on Beat Bobby Flay one
Right,
day.
like, I do. I will if you need me to.
Yeah?
We got a great guitar.
So
man. We
what
gonna do a
dish?
show, baby.
What dish do you have the most confidence in preparing against Bobby Flay right now?
Man, best dish.
Yeah. Nachos.
I don't have a best dish. I just cook whatever y'all want. Like,
Yeah.
just tell me what you need. I'm gonna put my cape on, my chef hat.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put my little afro on.
You get real creative
I
with
get
it.
real creative.
With the chopping and the slicing.
Chopping the slices,
Yeah.
peppers, everything is from scratch.
Yeah.
We don't do not no can.
Okay.
We do fresh herbs, we do everything. So I picked that up during my rehab and the pandemic, and now I just went crazy. So right now I'm working on a cooking show, a game show that
Yeah.
guys like us get to hang out and compete.
Oh, nice.
And be silly. You can do it from your home. You can do it from home.
Oh, I gotta get on there,
Have
though. That'd be fun.
Yeah, I appreciate it. So
Yeah.
I picked that
What's
up.
the name of the game show, man?
Don't worry, I can't be putting
Okay.
that out there.
Okay. Not ready. Got you.
Watch
Got
out.
you.
Yeah,
Hey,
I'm
I'm just trying. I'm just trying to.
I mean, if
Whatever
y'all
I can
sign
do
a-
to
y'all
help.
sign a letter.
NDA. You need an NDA.
Right.
100 NDAs, please.
But back to what I was saying, like Andy helped me out with that, man. So that's why I have a lot of respect for Andy, man. For him to call and check on me during my hard time, not to be talking about no sports or none of that type of stuff. He would call and take me on as a person.
About you,
And
yeah.
for that opportunity, I feel like that therapy really did help me. It gave me tools. I mean, I do meditation more now. I read more. I don't watch more TV anymore. I used to watch too much TV. Now I read more.
Yeah.
So, and then I try to make sure I give that testimony to a lot of the younger generation.
Absolutely.
Especially now, because they're going through so much. And especially for my son and stuff like that. So I'm like, he goes to therapy twice a week.
Yeah.
Just to help him. Me and him go together.
Wow.
Father and son therapy. Make sure he's good, and then I can make sure I have that relationship with him. So that really did help me. So I always got that personal relationship with Andy, not because we played together, but for him to always stay in touch with me and make sure I'm good as a young man. That's why it's kind of hard to not go for the Kansas City Chiefs. And then I played for the Eagles. So that's why I said don't go with my pick. I got more of a love for relationship in a bias about it, So,
Absolutely. You have a bias when it's against the Eagles.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Eagles fly.
Oh.
Eagles fly.
What is it? Remember Duck Hunt? Yeah, bro. I was busting them eagles. It wasn't hunting, eagle hunting. But no, man, it's awesome, man. And I just wish the best to you, bro, man. Like, you're forever a legend in Texas, bro. You floating everywhere you go in Texas, bro. I saw, got to hang out with you for a little bit last night in Puerto Rico, and I saw a guy was like, is that Vince Young? I was like, so it's a global thing, It is a global thing, bro. So, man, you are a legend, bro, forever a legend, man, and we definitely appreciate you coming on the show, man, spreading the love, man, and telling your story, man, telling your testimony, like you said. Talking that language. Yeah, man. We appreciate it, man.
Cheers.
Thank you very much, VY.
Appreciate it, guys.
We'll end it with one more PED toast. Yeah, thank y'all very much. And with that, you guys, thank y'all very much for joining us today. We will wrap it up, man. Go Chiefs in the building. Let's go. Super Bowl Sunday 2023. Thank y'all. Live Texas Sports and Tech. Too many Bloody Marys. Join us.
That was good.
Oh, that was fun, man.
And thanks once again to the Hyatt for hosting us here.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
This episode of Noonish is brought to you by Cisco, CDW, the Hyatt Regency Grand Reserve Puerto Rico, Miracle Entertainment, Bacardi, Steve McNano Band, Events Modern and the In Group International.